Can you hear me?
I can see what I tell you, bro. Fucking, I knew it. 1 second. Yo, I'm in the fucking hood, son. Oh, is that right? I'm on. Look. I'm on with
What up, man?
Oh, is this a lie? Well, we just started.
What up, motherfucker?
Yeah, I literally I said, hold up, let me put this on my other phone because I have a feeling I'm gonna get a call back here in a second. I have no idea. We're in like somewhere in I think Reading or some shit. Reading? That's probably the same one I walked through with the. No, that was at Reverb. Yeah. It looks like Rocky Balboa. Yeah. But this kind of looks similar too. All right, we'll do your live. Holler at me when you're done. Okay, I'll give you a shot later, bro. I didn't know you were live. No, we good. All right, bro. All right, man. Later.
We good, chat? Can y'all hear us?
Hi.
we call
welcome to my life.
We called Mesus in the middle of husband dad life, y'all.
/ rapper friend artist life.
Yeah. Welcome to his life.
It's weird. I don't know why it's quiet, but I mean I could hear you, but it's quiet.
Hold on, let me see if I can turn my mic up.
I don't think it's on your end. I think my phone's just plugged it into the Apple Play. Here, talk now.
Yo. Testing.
Yeah, I hear you a lot better. And we're gonna go like this. We're gonna put this joint like that. All right, let's go.
All right, boom.
Got my fucking smoothie from
and this tropical smoothie, y'all. The man's know the move. He knows the move with the tropical smoothie.
You gotta get that peanut butter cup with whey protein.
See, I ain't never tried the peanut butter yet.
Oh, you got it, bro.
That's
all I get.
What's the one I get? The tropical paradise.
Okay. Yeah.
Something like that. Then I get some yogurt in it, some whey protein, some Energizer and stuff.
I tried going healthy and the green whatever detox or whatever, and
that ain't for me. It ain't for me.
Can't do it, bro.
Yo, what's good, Wolves? Then we got Mesus. Like I said, we watching Mesus through the steering wheel is crazy work. Hey, we got it. Hey, we getting it in. We getting it in the way we got to get it, y'all.
We ain't gonna be on the steering wheel the whole ride. I'm just going to pick my son up, and then we're all good. We'll be back at the crib and chilling.
So y'all, this is the part y'all don't see. You know, it's the part you don't see. You see Mesus walking through a graveyard rapping and stuff. That's the parts you see. Now we get to see the dad life.
Welcome to my GMC, y'all. Let's meet GMC Jesus.
Hey, yo, chat. Y'all hear us good? We good? Y'all hear me good? Let me know something. What up, Golden? Jorge, what's good? I'll make sure y'all hear me. Oh, audio's good. Finally. All right, so we'll use Streamlabs because when we did Adam's interview, fucking Restream was dookie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you could hear him, but I was like, "Hey, tell me about that." So they had to go off his answers based off like, "Oh, that's what he said."
Yeah, we pretty much every time me and him talk, it's FaceTime, and that's like 50% of our conversations because somebody's always somewhere that's got no damn signal or something. And then you just gotta kind of piece it together. Like, I'm pretty sure I know what the fuck we're talking about.
Like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna just stay in the loop with it. Maybe not. But
just when in doubt, just be like, all right, word.
yeah, word. I used to go to the all for real.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Like, oh,
True.
what?
Man, that's real.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes they'll be like, "What you mean? Oh, what? I asked you a question. Yes or no? Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Oh, what? Like,
yeah." I was
what?
like,
What?
"Oh,
What?
what?" Like I was thinking, like, "Oh, what?" See, now you lost my train
Yeah,
of thought. So now you at what you asked me
yeah,
again?
yeah. Now you gotta ask me again. You done threw me off
Yeah.
because I was paying attention, 100%.
Oh man. So we got what's this week? I guess you would say officially week one of the album drop because it dropped last Friday.
Yeah, we're 1 week into the album, technically. Yeah, this definitely don't feel like 1 week because shit, we done dropped already. What, 4 videos?
Four videos, I think. Yeah, yeah. Now, was that the video y'all was shooting the other day? Was Pale Horse?
The other day, yeah, like 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Yeah. Dang,
Yep.
y'all got that. Y'all got that out quick.
Yeah, we shot Tuesday. Yep.
Dang. See, I didn't react to it yet. I mean, of course, I know the song. I did the review.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
my score was petty just because I wanted more. I wanted longer songs. I didn't give y'all a full 10. I wanted like I heard y'all did 15 tracks but did 10. And then I was like, oh
Yeah.
man, 2 minute and 30-second songs, man. Y'all the whole album was a fire of a teaser. Y'all leaving me for more. I already want Pale Horse 2.
Yeah. See, that's the trick though. See.
See y'all? We done fell for it. We done fell for it. Y'all, if y'all don't
Yeah.
know, Mesus and ACal, Adam Calhoun, they dropped the album last Friday, Pale Horse. Available on all platforms. We would appreciate it, independent artists, if y'all hit that, hit it up on Apple if you can afford it. But if you can't afford it, you can hear it free on Spotify. Hey, streams count though. So if you have Spotify, streams count. Whatever you got that stream shit, streams count.
Yeah.
Watch it on
Stream it wherever.
YouTube. Run it up.
Stream it. Stream it wherever you can. I mean, obviously, if you feel inclined to go pick it up from iTunes or Amazon, we obviously greatly appreciate that as well. Um, that helps. Sales help the artist recoup everything that we put into the album. That's
Hmm.
really what it is. Not that streams don't, pay as well, but it's kind of like, it's kind of like I said, that's the best way I can put it. It kind of helps us like re-up so that we're able to keep doing this. And then
Right.
the streaming money is more like the money that kind of just helps make us day to day live and be able to do our, live, you know what I mean? So that we
Right.
can do this full time. But
Okay.
um, the album purchases, that's really where it helps. Cause I mean, I don't know if people understand how much money goes into producing an album and then promoting an album, but it is a
Hmm.
lot. It's a
Without any
beast.
help, y'all. Remember that. Without any help.
Yeah, we
You
ain't got
know,
no
no
label or nothing.
no label to do promo and have the tech guys send out scheduled tweets and Instagrams and stuff. It's
Oh
all
yeah,
them and
no,
hard
that's
work.
that's it, man. It's all us. Like literally, just that's it, man. I mean, right before this, we hopped in it. I hopped into this. We
Excuse
were
me.
working on how to upload that video because Adam is on tour and don't have like have the proper
Oh dang, he
Wi-Fi
on
and
tour. He
everything.
on tour again.
Yeah, he started last night was his first show, so he's on tour with Brantley Gilbert and Demon
Oh
Jones.
dang. Oh. Oh. Okay.
So he was calling me. This is just a little inside of what I mean. At we're talking about at 10:47, trying to drop the video at 11 that we shot on Tuesday. By the way,
Yeah.
like we're up, we're sitting here, and I'm on the speakerphone with Adam trying to figure out how to log into his YouTube from my computer and my house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah.
bro, it is as independent as it gets, bro. This is not like,
Mm.
oh, we're throwing independent out there to just get like people's sympathy or something like that. Or support or whatever you want to call it. It's
Right.
like, nah, dog. Like, if
It's
we
just
don't
it's
do
just so
this
people
shit,
know. Like,
you won't see us if we
yeah.
don't do this
Like
shit.
we got to hit the ground. We on the ground. We the street team.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I got a whole lot of respect for y'all. I was before I even got in this reaction stuff 3 years ago. I was like a mainstream aholic, but
Okay.
it wasn't like everything mainstream. I just was stuck in my little trifecta of kind of like 3 4 artists. Kendrick Cole, Chris Brown, the Baby, Dolph, just certain artists. So my
Yeah.
music was like bland. It was just it, you know
Kendrick, Kendrick and Cole, man, they ain't bad.
yeah yeah
I
yeah
definitely
yeah.
fuck with Kendrick and Cole.
And then
And
I
I,
like my R&B, so that's why I go to Chris. Like I just feel like if you want to talk about singing and R&B and entertaining and dancing, like
yeah,
the
just don't
man
say
that's
that.
the
Just don't say that around my wife. She gets Chris Breezy fever. You know, can't have that.
oh Lord, oh Lord.
She be messing with me though. She was like, he was my boo, but before you, so he's not my boo anymore. I'm just like, oh, I just get the fuck away with that bullshit.
like you know what? All right, go on somewhere. Let me go find somebody on my favorite TV show to be like, ooh, look at her.
I'm like, I'm like, go marry. I'm like, go marry him then. Go hit him up. Nah, I don't want him. I want you. I'm like, okay. Uh, yeah,
Oh
man.
man,
Yeah, I definitely. I don't got nothing against the mainstream either, man. To be fair, just like, you know, I might take my little shots joking around during like shit, but at the end of the day, man, like to me, it's like shit.
up. We hit a patch of bad signal, y'all.
Like,
He'll be back. He'll be back when a tower
good.
reconnects. Hold on,
Yeah,
a little bit. You're frozen, but I think we can hear you.
we good. Oh, hold on a second. I got.
Man, where the cell phone tower is
Is it
at?
better now?
Yeah, we can hear you better. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Okay. You know what? I turned my Wi-Fi switch off on my phone, so it'll probably do better now. Cause I guess when you have your Wi-Fi like active, but you're not near,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I
it
guess it
be
like
it be doing
actually
something. Yeah,
interferes with the signal more.
yeah, it does. I don't.
So I
Yeah,
just hopefully that won't happen again. But yeah, I don't got nothing against the mainstream artists, man. To me, it's like shit. If you compromise, there's as far as I'm concerned, there's independent artists that compromise just as much or even if not more when it comes to their morals and their integrity and shit like that. So,
yeah,
you know, if an artist wants to give up a bigger piece of their pie so that they can reach more people and they're able to cut a deal where they can keep their integrity and not have to jeopardize that, then shit, more power to them. Problem is, it's just very rare. It's very rare
very
because
rare.
the labels don't really, they don't care about money. The labels have enough money. They're ran by people that like own islands and shit. Like they don't need
Yeah,
money.
yeah. They don't
They
need the money.
they no, they sign artists for control. They want artists to either control them so that they can use them to put out a message, or
Yeah, propaganda.
another example I can, yep, or another example I can give you, which is they will sign artists to shelf them to silence their message,
Yeah,
if they're becoming too vocal, too big
two
of an
vocals.
artist
Yeah,
on the underground. So like I have an example of that. A friend of mine, I know someone personally. I guess I won't really tell the story because I don't know how much you would want that out there, but
right,
he
right.
he had a $10 million deal offered to him. It's not Adam, just to be clear. They had a $10 million deal offered to him. Uh, they wanted to basically stop, exposing a lot of things that he uses his platform to expose. And he was nah, no, I'm not
Yeah,
doing that. And so it's just crazy. That's a real thing.
yeah. They will do that. the biggest thing I know is just the norm of signing these artists and having them push out a certain message, push out a certain I'm gonna be honest, push out certain substance,
Yep.
certain drugs, certain, like all of a sudden fentanyl is a big thing. Like it was not, it was out there, but wasn't, it was used for chemical purposes, other purposes. Now all of a sudden you got rappers talking about it. Now people are doing it. They get on
Sex,
these
drugs, and rock and
songs.
roll.
Yep, they get on these songs. Go pop 3 perks, pop a Molly, take a Xanny, take some acid, do some shrooms. I forgot to tell you that you're not gonna wake up from when you do that. You go so,
Right.
and then that goes into a whole another, conversation about population control. So I could go into it, but I don't know how much YouTube would want me to before they be like,
Yeah.
somehow
Yeah.
I'll get hit with copyright with talking to you personally. We
Right.
heard Mesus' voice. They're copywriting this string. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's wild, man. It's crazy, man. But you know, I mean, shit. Me and Adam, we did all that too, man. We went to all the majors, and you know, I'm honestly glad that things went the way they did, because we'd probably have a lot more money and a lot more fame and blah 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 at this point in our lives. I mean, we were getting introduced to right. I can't talk right now. To major record labels
Mm,
since 2001.
mm,
I mean, we were walking into J Records, Jive Records, Atlantic Records, Epic Records, the Def Jam. I think we went to like 203. Like, I mean, we went to every label, like every single label, and I am very, very, in hindsight, looking back, grateful that none of that shit ever popped off into nothing. I was supposed to meet with Jay-Z, L.A. Reid, and Russell Simmons back in 2005,
woo.
and the morning of the meeting, I was not allowed to go in by my then manager. Kind of manager. He was the guy that, if you watch that documentary video about our shit that we put out before, me and Adam, like the
Yeah,
little story, that Yancey. So Yancey had lined up a
yeah.
meeting with Russell, Jay, and L.A. Reid, and the day of, like right before the meeting, he was like, "You can't go." And there's a long reason behind it, and it was basically, I hadn't done some things that he said I was supposed to have done and prepared for before the meeting. Only thing about that is that never happened. There was never. I mean, it was like a 6 month getting ready for this thing, and that conversation never happened. And me and him had multiple So what I'm saying is, it was God, like God
Yeah.
preventing me
I
from
was I
going
was gonna
in.
say like that was heaven
Yeah,
sent. That was
yeah. Oh, cause I would have got a deal on the spot, man. Like, I
yeah.
already know, and I'm not
You were
trying to be
hungry.
like. I'm not trying to brag or nothing like that, but these were face-to-face meetings with Jay, L.A. Reid, and this wasn't A&Rs and stuff, and it
Right.
was set up by Minister Farrakhan's daughter. And I remember verbatim her saying that, like, because after the meetings, I kind of, me and Yancey had an argument, because I was hearing all these other artists that he took in there, how good it was and how exciting it was, and da da da. And like I said, it's kind of a crazy story, but uh, she was in the room too. I hadn't even seen her. It was in a hotel room, and I was like, me and Yancy got into it, and then she kind of tapped me on the shoulder from behind, and she was like, "Child, child, why are you so mad?" Because we were about to go blows, and I said, "Yeah, Yancy, why am I so mad?" And then I used to go by Absolute back then, and he said, "Well, this is Absolute. This is the rapper I was telling you about." She's like, well, why wasn't he at the meeting? Russell wants to sign rappers right now. You know what I mean? And I was
Yeah.
just like, I just looked at him like, I swear I could have, like a Marvel
Laser
thing.
beamed.
Oh man, I turned around, I just walked out the room. But that was all God, man. In hindsight, and the cool thing is, God has always been with walking with me through this, man. I gave my life to God a long time ago, man, and He's protected me.
Me too. Me too.
And then, amen. And the next morning, even with everything in me, man, I wanted to just. I went down back to the hotel room with all the other artists, and I went to Yancey because they were there for like a few days, and that was day
Yeah.
one, the one I just told you about. So I go down there and I just dapped them up. I said, I love you, bro. This is crazy. Like, I don't even know what to think right now, but I hope everything goes good for y'all, for the meetings. They had more meetings set up and shit. And I said, I'm just gonna, I guess this is a vacation in New York now for me. And what's crazy is I left there and I went for a walk. I went with one of my homies and we were just walking along the street, and fucking I look over to my left and I see a Range Rover with the window down and an arm hanging out it, and it was fucking LL Cool J. and and I ended up, this is back when you had your demo with you. Well, I had him with
Well,
me because I literally went there to do that shit, so I had them with me, and it was, on a CD. And uh at first I was just gonna walk by my homie that I was with. He's like, go give me a fucking demo, and I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking. And I don't know if he heard us or what, but he already kind of had like.
oh, StreamYard, don't be doing this shit on the best part. Come on, phone. Chat, who's getting the best part? Who's getting the best part, y'all?
Are we good? Are we good?
It's still breaking up a little bit.
Yeah.
It'll probably be back. We probably just hit a little patch of. All right, I think we're good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
My son's school is like a dungeon. So,
oh yeah, they probably have those. They probably got some emitters and stuff to block cell phone signal. Certain schools be having that now, so kids don't be on their phones.
Oh really? Is it working still?
It's a little choppy.
Hold on, I'm about to park. Hopefully, I'll get to the spot where it ain't too crazy. Can you hear me now?
A little bit. Still kind of like a little robot.
What about now?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm chilling out until he gets his ass out of school. With
Damn. Now it's breaking up again.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, it's breaking up again. Give it a few, chat. We got Mesus on the go. Oh, snap.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Broke up again.
I think now.
How we doing?
Nope, still breaking up. It's probably just the area. It's probably just the area. Kind of sounds like RoboCop, right? Right, chat? It's always the schools that be having the worst signal.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Just you sound like a little robot.
I sound like a robot. Huh?
I think it's clearing up though. It's all good. We were patient. I appreciate that, chat.
We good?
Seems like we're good now. Go ahead.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, dang! Every time it gets good, it starts breaking up again. I swear this school don't like us. Y'all, we getting the raw nitty gritty, y'all. Ain't no edits up in here. Oh man.
What about? Can you hear me now?
Say it again.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, you good. You good now.
I can't tell. I can't tell. Huh?
Oh nope, never mind. Now you're not good. It's like 1 minute here, 1 minute you're good, and the next minute it makes you sound like a robot. Chat ain't nothing but the enemy. He was getting ready to tell us the juicy part. Juicy part of the story. And the enemy like, nah, let's have no let's have no no signal. Yeah, what's good, Michael?
I'm gonna keep trying to talk, but my son's school is like 3 minutes from my house.
Okay, I heard a little bit of that. Son's school, 3 minutes from the house. Something like that.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't know where. I don't know. Hold on. I'm
Yeah, you good. You good. We're patient. Everybody in the community down to earth. Hey, y'all, do me a favor. Make sure you guys share the live out as much as you can. Share it out as much as you can. Let's get all the homies in here as much as we can. Still a robot. But y'all, he's just picking up his son from school. And then his house is 3 minutes away from the school.
I am.
Ask Mesus, is his wife going to show up? Oh nah, wife is at work right now. Wifey's at work. Oh yeah, he's driving. Yeah, he's driving. Yeah, if y'all didn't know, chat, he's driving. So he's definitely hitting those spotty areas. Kind of makes us wonder why we pay phone bills, right? Almost half the time where I'm at, my signal be going out once I'm home.
Hey, can you hear what I'm saying right now or no?
Yeah, a little bit. We got it.
So my son said there's a huge line.
Oh, and there it goes. He'll be back. He'll be back. But what's good with y'all, chat? What's good with y'all? There he goes, and there he goes. Yeah, you know him and Adam are team Apple. They team Apple. That's one thing I always told people who would get iPhones or have iPhones. It's like you know, somehow their signal sucks. Oh yeah, give me a second, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me tell my son his mother is trying to call him. I wonder if I do it this way. No. Fun fact: if I own The Last of Us 2 and I haven't gotten past the beginning. On that note, let me go tell my son real quick. Shame on you. All right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. You're still a little choppy, but we can hear you better.
My son, I don't know if you saw my DM. He's standing
It's a good thing I pay $1 million a month for. That's what I said too. I was like, hey, isn't it wonderful that we pay all this phone bill to not be able to have signal, except for home.
Crazy.
Oh, wow. There we go. There we go.
Was it the sunglasses? Were they blocking it?
Yeah. The sunglasses. You was blocking the signal, man.
It's probably the metal plate in my head.
What? That's what?
No,
it's crazy. I was like, that's the story.
I should have one probably.
I remember the juicy part. LL with his arm out the window.
Yeah.
He must have heard y'all already talking about your demo. Cause
he heard like, no, you ain't getting no pub off this, man. You ain't gonna push your album off of my name. When I drop an album, why he decided to come out of retirement right when me and Adam drop an album? Like,
hey, regardless, y'all going up for the fact y'all going up against Eminem and LL. And y'all are in that mug like Royal Rumble. Y'all in there boxing. Y'all in there want to get eliminated. Bro. They come back and eliminate y'all. Y'all come back and eliminate it. Y'all come back. As soon as I saw that, I was like, babe, I'm buying another copy. She was like, why are you buying another copy for? I'm like, because you gotta have a copy. You.
But everybody needs a copy.
She understands. She understands like what I do and just what I do it for. So she's like,
man,
support what you do.
The hell out of that. I appreciate the hell out of that. We yeah, but the thing with LL, I was just walking down the street, man, and I saw the little mic cord around his arm tattoo, like with his arm hanging out. I saw his like elbow, and I like nudged my buddy like, yo. And I saw his hat, the back of his hat. It was a red hat that said like ITH. And back then it was Mr. Smith, and I was like, yo, hey, I kind of nudged. I said, there go LL. And I was just gonna keep walking, bro. And my buddy's like, dog, like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what do you mean? What am I? I'm fucking walking. And he's just like, no, go give me your shit. Go give me your CD. And I'm like, dog, I'm not gonna walk up to this dude's fucking car. And he's just like, And at this point, I don't know if he heard us because I mean he was close. It was just like we were on the sidewalk. Like it'd be someone walking by right here. There's a little sidewalk that I'm standing by. You know, like it was that close. So I don't know if he heard or just kind of he's so used to being famous, he just fucking kind of put two and two together, like by body language of me and him. So I don't know what the hell, but he kind of like he had to win a little bit up, still he put it down. He was like, and I walked up and just gave him, you know, one of these. And I mean, I don't have very like small hands. I have big hands. I'm not like a big guy or nothing, but I don't have like I can like palm a basketball.
Yeah.
And like his hands like went up to like the middle of my forearm. I swear it felt like not maybe not really, but like y'all like that. That was the first time I was like, damn, this dude got big ass hands.
Like, dang, bro, like you a giant.
He's a pretty big guy though. KRS-One is like a giant. Like I think that dude's like Nephilim or some shit. I don't know.
Y'all, I'm gonna have to have a talk with Mesus on Rumble or something. My man done mentioned the Nephilim. He already knows. He already knows. Yeah. Man.
I read the Bible, bro.
Even the books that aren't in the Bible.
He was a very, very very polite gentleman as well. KRS-One. He said, I met him at Target like 15 years ago. I was working at Target in Burbank, California for like 6 months when I moved out there to try to like, I don't know, just I went out there. And he was like, don't ever put that mic down. So he said to me, because I told him I rap too. I said, what up, man? I said, I rap too, man. He said,
don't you ever put that mic down.
He said, don't ever put it. I was just don't eat me. Shit. I don't know. He was a big ass dude. But then LL, he just, you know, we dapped up and I gave him my CDs. Oh, true, man, cool. And then he's like, here, give me your phone. And it was back with the Nextel, like kind of not the chirp. The one I had wasn't the chirp. It had the chirp thing on it, but it wasn't the original one. It was like a few years later or whatever. But
yeah.
So it was a little bit more updated is my point. Whatever, it doesn't matter. He took the phone and he fucking starts putting a number in there. And I'm like, this motherfucker, LL's giving me his fucking phone number right now. But he was like, yo, that's my manager's number. Yo, call him. Like, and I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? You know what I mean?
And this just happened after you walked out.
Yeah, I just walked up. Yeah, and this, yeah.
Divine intervention.
Yeah.
Your homie played this part too, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny though, man, is like this is just all part of the journey because like now here I am, me and Adam. Here comes my son too, so we good. Oh, but I'm pretty much trapped. All right, cool. But
don't you love that when parents park super close?
I'm like trapped now. What's up, King?
I don't think you can U-turn out of this one, Charlie.
No, I don't think I can either. I'm on a live right now. Oh. Say hi to the whole world. Say hi to the whole
What's up, man? He's like, uh-oh. He's like, no.
He's like,
he's like, no.
I'm going back to school. Cool. Well, like, how do I get out of this shit? Anybody?
We're here forever.
Anybody want to let me out? Anybody?
That's how you get at the window. I'm Mesus. Excuse me. Mesus coming through. Excuse me.
I have the number one-ish album in the country right now.
Ish. I have the number one-ish.
I don't know. Let me go check iTunes real quick. It might be like 3 or 4 right now.
Hold on. Let's check.
I'm somebody. There's some. I sold some albums this week. You know who I am.
How I check that?
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting out of this joker for like a year. You might as well just stay the whole normal day, King.
Yeah.
No, this is like no joke. Like, how am I gonna get out of here? Hold on.
Check that right now. Let's see. iTunes.
Let's see here.
Pale. There it is.
Hold on a second, man. I ain't gonna sit here forever.
Dang, I suck. I suck, chat. How do I check the standings?
What you checking?
I'm trying to check where you at in iTunes. Or somebody in chat, can y'all check that? Y'all, I don't have an iPhone, so I don't know how to work it.
Yo. Can I get out? Can I get out?
Please. Can I please get out?
Is there any way you could back up a little bit so I could get out? I'm not picking somebody up here. My son's already here. I'm just pinned in, man.
Bus coming.
Appreciate it. I said, parents in the car line. Ruthless. Bro, exactly. A pickup line is the worst. And then half the time, don't nobody be paying attention. Which is probably what's happening right now. He had to get all the way out the car, y'all.
We doing this.
He had to get all the way out to be like, hey, let me out.
Dad life. We get shit done around here. That's how we do this. That's how we don't play.
He got him through. Nah, that's crazy. You're gonna have to ride the bus. No, I'm just kidding.
Now
I can't check
and apply it to our album and help us jump ahead of the line again, guys. That's what we need to do.
Yeah. Take that and just boom.
Apply my Chicago driving.
Hold on. I know there's a way I could be able to look this up.
Oh, iTunes? Yeah, I don't even want to know, man. I don't even want to know. It's not one anymore. I know that.
We're gonna figure this out.
But
I don't think I know how. Oh well.
But bro, you know what's crazy is like I was so broke back then. I ended up losing that number because my service got cut off and I didn't have. And this ain't like iCloud days,
right?
When you had like stuff saved in the cloud and all that. So like literally like once you lost so if your phone went out of service for so long, like they just cut your line and all the stuff saved in it's just gone.
Yep. That was our old school.
Yeah, so I literally lost LL Cool J's manager's number, but again, all of that was probably just like the thing that was like 4 years later, I tracked down Jay-Z, literally bought courtside seats to sit next to him to give him my demo. I mean, I was just determined to get into the music industry one way or the other, and God just kept like closing doors. So, you know, in hindsight, I'm definitely glad that I did not, you know, I don't know if God wanted me to be so broke I couldn't pay my phone bill, but that was the way it worked out.
It was part of the journey.
What the industry was about, huh?
I said it was part of the journey.
Yeah, and I just had no idea that industry was so dirty and corrupt and satanic. Really is the word for it. Until I don't know. I just learned, man, over just experience in life, and you know,
they want you to give up a lot of yourself.
It comes full circle, and me and Adam end up having a #1 album over LL Cool J and Eminem, which were like literally like when me and Adam first started really working on music. M was like, you know, like that was right when M kind of started breaking on the scene too, and so. Like when me and Adam were actually going to New York and stuff like that, it was like around the same year. Me and him had been doing it for way before then, but so it's just wild that the first time me and him do an album and finish it, those are the people we're competing against.
Full circle. Crazy. It is crazy. That's full. That now hearing that's dope. I ain't gonna lie. That's dope. That's dope. some way and somehow
Well,
you were about to be with them, and you know, and as far as meeting and how it would have intertwined, and then now you guys are inadvertently competing right now.
yep. Well, I'm back
But
at
the
the crib, so we should
best part
not
is you're
have.
independent.
Thank you for everyone's patience in the chat too, man. Can I see the comments of the chat or no?
Uh, you should be able to.
How was school, King? Good. Good.
I don't know if like how it is on the phone.
I don't think I can see it, but hey, as long as you guys can hear me and I don't sound like a robot, let's get it.
What song, Wolf? No, not the whole album. I bought her the whole album. I ain't buying a song. I bought her the whole album. I ain't gonna buy a song.
I'm gonna turn my Wi-Fi on to make sure we stay real good.
I love the photo you and Adam recreated. Oh yeah, HBO. That was dope. That was dope to see that. Was that 20 years?
Man, almost 24 years or something like that.
Oh man, that's a blessing.
That's
a blessing to keep a friend that long.
Yeah. Taman was like I think he was about a year old.
Sheesh.
So, y'all want a little tour of the studio since we're
give us a tour.
Just going guerrilla here. So this is my next album. This is a chart of my next album. You can see it's very a lot going on. A lot going on right now. I got a lot of ideas.
That's the Pootie Tang board, y'all. He gonna release an album, just nothing but silence.
Yeah. Got the YouTube joint. This is my meditating area. I just lay here and I just lay here with my head there and I just look at that and I just think,
that's a dope ass picture though.
Is this song good enough or should I throw it in the garbage? This was a cool plaque that my homie made for me for free pressing. Skateboard. I used to skateboard. It's got John 3:16 on there. Got my punch clock.
That's crazy.
We do work over in this bitch. This is my studio. This is my booth.
Hey, do you really punch the clock?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, that's fucking dope. That's fucking dope. He said, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. I got my Nas.
Got the Nas up there, I see, yeah.
I got Nas. Hold on. I gotta get some lights on in this bitch. Oh, yeah, man. I built this too. This wall was not here. This whole wall was not here. Me and my dad built that. When I bought this house, I specifically bought this house because I had the whole studio layout and I knew I had to build this wall and put this.
You had everything in your head.
Oh, I had the whole thing picture. But,
so like you don't have like a buddy or like an engineer or nothing, like you go in the studio and do everything yourself, walking back and forth.
I don't mix it, but I record myself. I stand right here on this mic.
Oh, okay. So you get the computer and stuff over there. Okay, I see.
I got a computer here, and then I got another computer there. That's my But this is just for when I'm recording. I just boom, and then I hop over here. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
Blah, blah.
I was thinking you was walking back and forth the whole time. I'm like, man's putting in work.
No, I got that. I got this one just mirrors what's going on off there. But yeah, I got my Nas. I got Biggie, Ready to Die.
Hey.
Stillmatic. This the whole damn NF wall. Anybody who knows me knows I fuck with NF heavy.
Me too. Heavy.
This is literally every NF. I got the vinyl and the CD.
The vinyl. Is that Mansions?
That's Mansion.
Yeah.
Only one I don't got is therapy session.
Yep.
I got all.
Yep, I knew it.
Yeah, it's bullshit. You can't get that shit anywhere, man. Like,
yeah, mine's locked up and packed away. But as soon as you said the only one you can't get, I knew it was therapy session because I can't find a vinyl of therapy session either.
Yeah, I can't find that shit. I got Hope. I got that one signed.
I did too, bro. Bro, Mesus is just a regular fucking homie who happens to make music.
Kanye, Machiavelli.
You got Kanye before the Kardashians.
The Eminem show. Got the Black album. Yeah, man. Just Got the White Sox because you know South Side. Just
That's dope.
got the message. Or I mean it was written.
Dang.
Yeah,
He got
man.
all the greats, y'all.
I got a bunch more in the crate here too. I just don't have them. I got the DMX there. This was the first album I ever did. First Cause. This song right here, Your Funeral. You see that bucket hat? That bucket hat look
Yeah.
familiar?
Yo,
From the video,
ah,
from the
ah,
from the picture we just recreated.
yeah. I was gonna say, the one you just recreated, right?
Yeah. But I used to wear that a lot. And then this was Your Funeral, that song number 4. That was Adam was on that song. Or is on that song, I should say.
That's crazy.
So that's from 2008. That was right there. You can see January 12th, 2008. My
Dang,
girlfriend at the time made this
I was getting
plaque
ready to
for me.
graduate high school.
Yeah. She made a plaque for me.
Wait,
That's my
what's the date? You said January
tinfoil
12th?
plaque. Huh?
You said January 12th, it said?
January 2008.
Oh, day after my birthday. That's dope.
Oh, 11th your birthday?
Yep. Ones, whole bunch of ones.
Then I got that PS5.
All right, y'all. Mesus is about to be the best friend now too, y'all. Homie got the P5.
Don't nobody want no smoke. Don't nobody want no PS5. I'm totally kidding.
Hey, I'll catch all the smoke.
What's up, bud? You need something? All right. This is a dope piece right here. I bet most people don't know what that is, but that's a Roland 1680. This was the first equipment that I ever recorded a song on.
Dang. That's don't never get rid of that.
No. So yeah, this is studio. I'm super OCD, so like everything is normally like fucking right here. Like
You gotta be a certain way, yeah.
everything's all whatever. But
I like leaving my stuff that way too. And then when I come to my desk, if something's been touched, I'm like, who touched my desk?
that's really why I do it. Not because I think people gonna mess with it, but because like I'll lose shit. I don't call myself OCD. I call myself organized. Like it's funny because people are like, oh, you're so whatever, and I always use the example of like, look around in society, like shit is organized. You know what I mean? Like there's lines on a road. There's lines in a parking lot. You don't just pull in a parking lot and just fuck. Oh, this is good. Like,
just park wherever you want to park. Just
there's structure in things for functionality so that life goes smoothly.
Right.
So it's funny because I make fun of myself usually, like I just said, like OCD or whatever. But honestly, it's just I'm just very organized. I've always tried to be because I just feel like that's better. You don't lose shit a lot of times.
What's good, chat? Y'all still hear us good? We still going good?
I don't sound like a damn robot anymore.
Nope. We good. So
Could pull this over here and look fancy even though I'm just talking in my phone.
What's your what's your favorite song on the album? What is if you right now
Speak into the mic so you can hear my answer.
So somebody said right now, like if somebody came to you and was like, oh, you got an album out? All right, bet. Show me your favorite song. Like what song instantly do you think about you going to?
On this album, right? You said?
Yeah, on this album.
Pale Horse, the one we just dropped, or Judas the Liar.
Those are two. It's like y'all had a certain like pacing, I would say, I guess, or a certain like tone at first, and then I feel like FaceTime, it was like a tone switch a little bit, and then as soon as you got the Pale Horse, it was almost like a whole different album. Same substance, but like a different feel. Was that planned, or was it just something that kind of just it was one of those like awkward flows, if you know what I mean? Like you hit FaceTime, I'm like, all right, all right. But then you hit Pale Horse, and it was like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. All right, so this is what we're doing. And then of course, I feel like y'all saved the best for last. Like,
Yeah, Judas Liar. I feel like that joint.
y'all
I
fucking
wanted
snapped.
we if this was 2008, like when I dropped that album type shit, like that would have been the number one song on the album, Judas Liar, because I feel like it's got a very like that old school intro feel. You
It got a little
know,
bit of like a boom bap feel.
and just like a rap, like a rapper's. I don't know, it just felt like that. But I've learned a lot since about streaming and how that probably would have just really fucked the album streams up. Like you really basically want to put your best song first. You know, it's different. Like the era I grew up in, you know, people bought albums and could listen to 3.5, 4 minute songs, 5 minute songs, you know, 3 verses. And I mean, bro, if you look at my catalog, I didn't start doing. I mean, bro, go look at my album FU and my album Eracism are no longer actually available because the whole thing with Raptivist was that was a collaboration of 5 different albums. It was Eracism, Deletes, FU, FU2, and
Oh
Raptivist.
dang!
So that's why it's 50 songs, and I dropped it on the 50th anniversary of hip hop and all that. So
Oh, it is 50 songs. Oh lord.
yeah. So, but it
See,
was like,
I'm still diving into your rabbit hole catalog. Like I have I take it serious for like first time reactions. Like I don't sneak peek and hear songs because I feel like
mm-hmm,
it's not genuine when I go do a reaction because it's like I expect this part already. I already know what I'm gonna talk about. Like I want everything. So besides a few reactions I got on my channel that I've done of yours, almost
mm-hmm.
everything else is I'm in the blind.
Yeah,
And yeah,
if you want to, I encourage any reactors, if you're new to my stuff or, you know, haven't checked out a lot, when you go to my homepage, here, I'll do it on my phone since I got, when you
you mean
go
your
to my,
homepage on YouTube, right?
yeah, when you go to the homepage on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
like, if you go there, first of all, this song is on the top and pinned there because this song I feel like is the most important song I've ever made. It's
Repression.
about suicide awareness, and I just believe that that's an important. Okay, I didn't mean to click it though.
Yeah, no,
Meant to
but no,
push it up.
that is a very important message. Very important. I've lost family members, I've lost friends, so
Same, same.
very,
And
very
and
important.
so this though right here
The
is a
mission of
playlist that
Mesus.
I created called The Mission of Mesus, and I wrote on that play. If you click it, I wrote on that playlist a little whatever like bio or description.
The video section of my channel was a shit.
Yeah, so you see it. So that's why I made this because I feel like I said that in this album too. I said you can fact check any bar that I write on the mistake that I made. I ain't marketed it right. And so from 2020 till like up till whatever, like I feel like I did like a very bad job of presentation. Like I just kind of dropped things very haphazard, like all over the place. Like
Right.
one week I was dropping a song about whatever. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say I'm not gonna say political anymore because I think that's just a cop out ass word to call people's music because my shit, at least mine. I mean, if you're just straight up like that's your brand, that's cool, whatever. I'm
Right.
not though. I've made music about subjects that are. Um, I've made music speaking about subjects that people consider controversial,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't. Like I think it's stupid that this shit is considered
Right.
gospel. People consider religion. People
You view
consider
it as
Jesus.
something that you should just be talking about. It should be conversation that should be naturally happening. But everybody's like, no, don't talk about that. Or if you talk about it in the open, they're like, we can't have a conversation about that.
Yeah. So I got labeled, political or whatever, and it's cool. Like I get it and all that. But anyways, that's why I made this playlist, because if you just start at the top of this playlist and just go from the top to bottom, that is a much better evolution of who I am, instead of, because it is what it is, man. People, they judge books by covers. They don't read the fine print. It's just they read headlines. They don't read the details. Like all this stuff, So now it's like, if you go through it, you see Rap Jesus, Chaos, Dying, The Talk. What it really does is it's the first few singles that I drop, basically, and then it gets into the first album that I really wanted to put out, which was Dear Rap. And that's why if you go back and look at my Spotify catalog and all my other catalogs now, I took the 2 other albums that came out before that down, being FU and Eracism, because they're already on the Raptivist project, and I felt like it was dumb to have. It was gonna look like to people like, well, why has he got? I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but it would look weird to people that are new to my music. Like, this is the same shit that's on this other album that I just listened to, and so. But yeah, you go through the whole Dear Rap project, then you get to the Mesus songs from the Mesus project, then you get to the Raptivist.
Gas was fire, bro.
You get to Gas, but see, Gas, Home, Black and White, those are back to back songs. Black and White should have been dropped right after Home, but I didn't drop that one for another year. That's what I mean. And shit was so I wrote Black and White before Home, the video, even dropped. If you listen to the third verse, I said I wrote this in my head on the way to the lab. Like, I was going to like record Home, and I was already writing Black and White, because like I was already realizing the problem that was happening before it, like, because I was like, oh shit, these people are starting to think I'm some damn Stan, Eminem. So like I was already, that's why if you listen to the last verse of Black and White, I said I'm going back to the shit that I love to do. If it's fuck me, then it's fuck you too. And I go into all this other shit. Like, it's like, dog, get me out this conversation. And I feel like I've been doing that for 4 years, because then what happened? You go look, the very next song, fucking White Sin. And it's like, I speak my mind on that shit, which was the whole George Floyd situation, all that. And then all of a sudden I got a whole new fan base of people that were like, like, I meant everything I said in that song, but there's some people that were like polarized all the way to the other side of it, where like they're just crazy, like
twisting
radical,
your words
and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I'm not with the radical shit on either side, bro. I'm not with the radical. I'm you know what I'm saying? I definitely am conservative. I believe in conservative values and things like that, but I'm not this radical dude on the right. I definitely ain't radical left. But like, I believe in, like, I believe in the whole bird. Like people say, I'm not right wing or left wing. I believe in the whole bird. Like, I think that there's values that are valued on each side of the table, that,
Agreed.
And the biggest mistake we allow people to make is to say that it's like us versus them, meaning like if I'm right versus left, or left versus right, or white versus black, or whatever the hell, people who believe in God versus people who don't, it's like, come on, man, like, this is it. That's what they want, and by they I mean like these people, the powers that be, that are in control,
the puppeteers.
Yeah, those people, the shadows.
They're making everything a fucking like disconnect, divide. Everything's divide. Anything, yo. Even down to gaming. You see the post. I'm a big gamer. Even when it comes to gaming, there's some division. Oh, you PC and I'm console. Fuck you. And I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
You got a PS5 and dude got a PC. Who gives a fuck? Can y'all both play video games?
Android,
man.
iPhone,
I sold cell phones for AT&T for a decade plus. Oh my gosh, I got tired of that. That was just I had dreams of that argument. iPhone, Android. It just everybody will take whatever subject they're given and make something divide. Make it
Well,
a
look at,
something
I
to
mean,
divide
people
over.
kill each other over sports games. They fight in the parking lot or in the stands and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest. Like, obviously, there's probably a lot of alcohol involved and other things that contribute to people taking it, escalating it. I guess to say to that level. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's like part of what it stems from is just the stupidity of taking something that damn like meaningless and making it
Mm-hmm.
that serious, and I'm very big on that, man. Like, I'm very big on, like, no matter what, man, most of us we have way more in common than we don't, like,
Mm-hmm.
even if I could meet someone who is a atheist, and I bet you, and I'm a huge believer in my faith. Like, I am a
Right.
very, very serious. I go to a Bible study regularly, and none of this stuff makes me better than anybody or nothing. I'm just saying
You're
it
set
means
in
I
your
take
belief.
it. It means I take it serious, and it's
Yeah.
what I really believe and what I really live. Like, is my point. Don't make me better than nobody or whatever. Uh, but it's just like if somebody goes to the gym once a week versus somebody who goes 7 days a week or 6 days a week or whatever, and somebody who goes there for they kind of move around, they don't do shit, versus someone who's in there and they're getting it in, they leave, they're dripping sweat, like,
Yeah.
you know so, but I mean, I could meet an atheist who is just as about that life in their atheism. Like, they just straight up,
Mm-hmm.
they think I'm a complete, total dummy for
Goofball.
believing that
Yeah.
and all this other
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But it's like we still probably have a whole lot they in common, you know, than we don't. Like,
Then that.
we
Yeah.
all eat food, we all need sleep, we all
Mm-hmm.
got jobs,
I all gotta work. Yeah.
we all bleed blood, we all got family, we all got, you know what I'm saying, dreams and aspirations we want to accomplish. We all got, like, I can go on and on and on. It's like, so there's one subject that I get impacts the rest of how you operate in life. So I might not agree with a whole plethora of the way you move in life, but that don't mean that we have so much not in common. It just means
Right.
that certain things we see differently because of what drives our life, and
And don't
that's
mean we got a beef about it. Don't
at all, man.
like
Like
I
that,
ain't worried
and
about the
that's
next man. As long as
yeah,
as long as you happy, you taking care of your business. That's what I am. Like I told this to Adam. I said I've mastered the art of minding my fucking business.
I like
I've
that.
if
I,
it ain't about me, mine's my and anything around that realm, like it.
I like that. I
I
mastered the
don't really
art of
see it.
mine.
People come to me and be like, "Yo, man, that dude just pretty much he just roasted you." What dude? What? You didn't hear
Yeah.
him, bro? I'm watching my 11 and 1-year-old because motherfuckers like to snatch kids out in public. So no, I didn't hear dude who didn't matter.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Oh
He wasn't in
yeah.
front of my face. He didn't say it. He wasn't threatening me or mine. So I don't. Doo-doo.
Yeah. No, I'm very much the same, bro.
This world is too crazy. As soon as you try to take it for somebody or do I'm from the era of oh, you want to fight? You want to fight? Put a stick on your shoulder, knock it off. You want to fight? Boop. Oh, you want to fight? And we threw hands.
mm-hmm.
Nowadays, these youngins, they look like, oh, you want to fight? That's how I fight. And
Yeah.
it'd be pointless. It's sad. It just be pointless stuff. It never be something that
Yeah.
serious. Me personally, I don't know what it could ever be that serious unless you're physically threatening my family. That I feel like I have to play executioner to somebody else. That's not my job.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's yeah. I definitely I just want to kind of live and enjoy my life and let live, man. I definitely I'm trying to be a peaceful, productive individual on this
Hmm.
planet. That's when I leave, man. I just want people to say, this dude he left the place better than when he got here. That's it.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
I, and I try to, try to better people around me to you know, shit like that, man. Point people to God, obviously. That's the number
Yeah.
one thing for me, man, is my life. I want my life to point people to God, bro. Like, period.
Yeah.
That's why my name
And
is
you
Mesus.
get that through you. I was going to ask you that. Where did that come from? What's the origin of the name Mesus? Because trust me, when I first
Well,
started listening to your music, I was like, yeah, Mesus, music, and everybody's like Mesus, and I'm like, okay, I get that.
I wanna go back and just make a collab of like all the different ways people have said my name because it's been said. It's mostly it's like Mesus or Mesus or like what I don't know. I've heard a couple, but like I've heard some people just straight up like butcher it. Like I'm like, how?
We
Where
got
do
a
you even
song
get
from
that?
Methodist.
Like what? Yeah, like one dude was like, I'm gonna take a song Muse. I'm like Muse, like
wait.
Muse, like. Mercis, like Mercis.
Made you go on Google real quick. Like this, how you still spell Muse, right?
Right,
Okay,
right, right, right.
okay. Like all right, you got it,
So it's
Oh man,
funny. It came from. I came up with the name. Like I was actually. Sorry, I don't know how that happened.
oh you good?
I was writing a song that I haven't dropped yet. Shocker. Um, but it was. I said my name's Mesus. Or no, I said I'm Mesus, not Jesus. What I said? I'm trying to remember. I'm Mesus, not Jesus. I'm just trying to
Okay.
stand for believers who know we ain't perfect, but He is. And I've gone on like
Okay.
this whole journey of names. That's why Adam always like. I don't know if he did like. You see us around each other enough, you'll see him like busting my balls about having like a million different rap names because I have. I've had before I gave my life to God, the first rap name I ever had or nickname really was just like a nickname that I had. My real name is Charles, so like Charlie is what my grandparents always called me as a kid growing up. So Hustle, like I
Ouch,
picked up the nickname.
Charlie.
I picked up yeah, I picked up the nickname Hustle just from
Okay.
some of the things that I did in my life, and um, so hence Charlie Hustle kind of just naturally
Yeah, that's
happened.
tough. Ain't gonna lie.
And that was like my nickname. And when I first started kind of freestyling and rapping, I would just say that like Charlie Hustle, whatever, blah blah blah. And then I felt like, well, I got to pick a name. If I'm like, that's when I started really taking rap. Like I'm gonna be a rapper, and I gotta have a rap name. And I came up with this name Devious, and it was DVS, and it stood for Dope Vocal Skills. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. And then I gave my life to God a couple years later. And when I did the very next day, um, I woke up and I was like, I don't like the name Devious. I don't know why, but I just don't like that name. And
Right.
I looked it up in a dictionary, and it meant deceitful and like tricky, and it meant but the thing that really bugged me out is it was the word directly under devil, like the word right before it was. And it was like a little pocket dictionary that my uncle had in his shop. I was not at home. I had left home to go get away, man. I'd like give my like I didn't even give my life to God at that point. But I just knew that God was trying to get my attention. There's a lot of crazy things happening in my life, so I left.
Small signs. One of those things where you're like,
Well, yeah,
all right. Certain stuff's kind of happening. It's kind of pointing in a
yeah,
certain direction.
yeah, or not so
Yeah.
small. There were some pretty crazy
Right.
things, but God was definitely trying to get my attention. So, anyway, I woke up and I saw that, and I was like, devious, like, and I read that, and I was like, nope, I don't like that. So then I went to A. I was like, maybe I'll find something in this dictionary since this is where I read this, and that's where I came to the name Absolute. So if you saw like on that album I showed you, it was called Absolute. So from like 2000, January of 2000 until a long time, like until about the last project I ever put out under the name Absolute was in 2013. So for like 13 years I went by that name, and then I just felt like I that was like a chapter that was closing for me for whatever reason, and I didn't really know, I didn't have a name to go by. Like I just felt like I didn't want to go by Absolute anymore, and so I started going by my government name, my last name, and then I realized that my initials were CJC, like C Jesus
Mm-hmm.
Christ, like CJC, and so it like went from
Okay.
devious, which was like devilish almost, and DVS to like this
Right.
transition to CJC, and I was about to run with that and like I started Facebook pages and everything. Like I dropped some videos with that, and I was like starting to really think, okay, this is it. And then in that process, that's when I wrote that song. That's why if you look at Adam's first album, Americal, there's a song on there called Sunset, and it's got featuring Cosetti, and that's me. Like, but a lot of people don't even know that that's me because it doesn't
That's
say Mesus.
crazy. That's
So that
crazy.
song is actually my song, like that we remixed. I put that song, the original song Sunset, out in 2015 or something like that. And
Yeah.
I got a video. It's a dope video actually too. I should just unlock it, but it's on my YouTube, but it's locked. But yeah. So then around 2018, that's when I wrote that bar I just said. And it's on a song that I think I'm gonna drop this next year coming up, or the end of this year.
Okay.
It's called, I can't remember what I'm calling the song. It was like Blasphemy. I think I'm calling the song Blasphemy, or something like that. But anyway, so that's where that bar came. That bar, I wrote that bar, and then that's when it hit me. I was like, huh, Mesus, like I think that might be it. That's it, because it was like it was
Yeah.
saying the same thing that CJC was saying. But to
Mm-hmm.
me, it was saying it in more of a provocative way. Like you hear that name and you kind of have to like feel some type of way about it. Like if I just said, "What
Mm-hmm.
up, my name's CJC," nobody think anything about it. It'd be like, "Oh, that's his initials, cool, whatever." Like it's not gonna. No, I'll be like, "No,
Yeah.
it means like
Yeah.
CJC." Like, but I don't have to do that with Mises. Most time, people are just kind of like, people either love it or hate it. And I've had
Yeah.
Christians get really mad at me because they think it's like blasphemous or something. Like I'm saying I'm Jesus, but it's straight out of the Bible, man. It means I
We
want
are
people to
made
see.
in His image.
I want people to see. Well, yes, and I want people to see
I
Jesus
take it
in
as
me.
that. Yeah, I take
Jesus
it as
in me.
that. I
Yeah,
never
that's what
took
I
it
want. Like,
as like me. I'm Jesus. I took it as like
yeah,
you said, how serious you are with your belief and how I am with it. I just don't get all into it because YouTube being YouTubing,
yeah,
but it's more like you said, you want people to see the Jesus in you, that path you are walking with Him. So it's not
Galatians
like
2:20, man.
amen.
Galatians 2:20. I no
It's not
longer
like
live, but
that.
Christ lives in me.
He's in me. So I always took that as that's kind of where you came from. So hearing that story and that connection, and then knowing it was it's like everything for you, legit. I won't call it divine intervention, but I would say it was definitely the feel I get. It was a guiding hand. It was,
Absolutely. No, this
and
is where
he takes things out of your life, whether it's big or small, to get your attention and be like, look, this is you straying. This is straighten up.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. God definitely. I went from pursuing. I mean, like I said before, I found God. I was in doing all sort, and my music was street music, and then I found God, and then me. That was right when me and Adam kind of started working on stuff, and then it just became kind of like we're just it was just rap music. I didn't really know what
Yeah.
to talk about, so I talked about love, relationships I was in or whatever, and then I talked about trying to get in the rap game and battle rap type bars and just whatever,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Talked about my family a little bit, like my life, my dad, things like that.
But see, that makes it real, because rap
Yeah,
to me is storytelling. So that makes it real, when you're rapping about what you really went through.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was doing, and then it just kind of like it was just a long time of just trying to get in, and then like I said, I kind of it's funny you joked about the Nephilim thing, like in like 2009, 10. That's when I really like woke up to like a lot of things that we get kind of um hid from us, I guess, a lot of truth that kind of gets hid from us or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to realize, like I've told people a lot of times, I started to take God way more serious when I realized the devil was real. and
Mm.
um
Mm.
and so that was kind of what happened. It was like, it's not like I didn't believe in God up until then, but yeah, that was like I said, I in 2009, I was still chasing down, trying to get in the music industry, like I said, buying courtside seats, chasing Jay-Z all over the damn country, trying to get my demo in his hand, which I accomplished. I literally handed
Oh,
it to him. But like it just wasn't what God wanted. And then I started feeling like that's when the CJC name kind of started to become a thing. Because I started feeling like, all right, maybe I'm supposed to make like Christian rap or something. You know what I mean?
right.
And but it just never felt. I made a ton of it. I made like probably 3 albums worth of Christian rap music altogether, like songs I made, and I even put one out in 2013. It was the last album, like I said, that I put out under the name Absolute, and I just I don't know, man. Like it was dope, and I actually felt really cool about doing it, and I felt a lot of purpose. Like I remember the album release party for that. It was like 50 people there, and
Yeah.
it was like at a little church, But like I felt so much purpose. Like I felt it could have felt like I performed for 50,000 people. Like it was so powerful, and I really did feel like good about it. But then I was in Cali when I did. I was out in California, and when I got home, I don't know, something changed, man, and I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I just didn't feel like drawn or pulled to that. And I started making like still like music that didn't it was like clean, but it was like more like motivational, encouraging, inspiration. I called the
Like
album. I
NF.
made an album
Like NF.
kind of, yeah. I made an album
Yeah.
called um Victory Music. And that was
Mm.
kind of what I said. I was like, I don't make Christian music, I make victory music.
Mm.
And I put that project out actually in 2014. It was the first album I ever put out like digitally, and I put that out under the name Cosetti. It's not out anymore, but is that the Subway drink?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's what I thought was healthy until you told me
Yeah,
it was boo boo powder.
yeah, it's boo boo powder. Yeah, you drinking boo boo powder.
I thought these because unless it's Zoa, these are the most healthiest. But if you
Nah,
look at it
man.
for real, it
You
ain't
know what's the other
nothing
reason
really healthy unless you growing it.
yeah, water. And
Mm-hmm.
it's the only thing that I like. The other reason I really felt like I needed to just quit drinking those anyways, they didn't do anything. I was like, they're supposed to wake me up. These things are supposed to whatever. I drink like two. I could drink one of them, pass out, go to sleep, like just
I'm
go
getting
right
to
to
that
bed.
point too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it wasn't doing nothing. I was like, bro, I drink 2, 3 of these things in a day, sometimes 4 of them, and I'm just like, this is the whole point of this thing is it's supposed to give me energy. It's
I'm
called an
supposed to
energy
feel
drink.
up. Yeah,
Yeah, give me energy drink. All it did was I just got hooked on it, and so, but
it's not a placebo effect. I feel like now that you said that, that
you
popped in
just
my
get
head.
immune.
Like it's
You gain a tolerance or whatever.
or even they just it ain't never supposed to make us energetic in the first place. It's just a placebo effect. We call it an energy drink. You drink this energy drink in your head. You're like, I have an energy drink. So your body starts producing energy, but
Yeah.
really, maybe it doesn't have what it says in it. I mean, what can you
Yeah.
really trust? It's
Oh
a
yeah.
placebo thing because you're sitting there thinking like, oh, I have energy, but then like you just said, I've drank like I think 4 days ago because I don't drink no more than two because the max is supposed to be like 400 milligrams. So I ain't trying to, you know, I got
Yeah.
babies to raise and shit. But
Yeah.
I drank one and I just was like, yeah, I got to cancel my Twitch stream tonight. I'm still tired. And my wife was like, you just drank a whole Alani. I'm like, I thought that same thing too. I'm taking
Mm-hmm.
my ass to sleep.
Yeah. No, you ain't lying, bro. I mean, so I definitely, I'm glad that I cut those out. I drink water pretty much, and
Up, y'all. Mesus done did it for me. It's the last time you done seen these bad boys.
hey, I hope so, man. That'd be.
I done drank energy drink for this interview, and I'm still sluggish because she didn't feel good this morning. So of course, 8 a.m. I got off Twitch at 3 in the morning, and then 8 a.m. daughter wakes up, and usually she takes care of that because she understands what I do. You know, I do this. This is my full-time job, so it's like.
Yeah.
That's why I have love for independent artists because in a sense I gotta do the same thing. I gotta upload
Yeah.
everything. I gotta put clips out. I gotta promote myself. I gotta stay engaged on Instagram, TikTok, blah, blah, blah. But she woke me up and was like, I don't feel good. Can you wake up with the baby? And it's that moment in your head where you're like, do I be selfish and in turn I'm a shitty husband? Or do I do what I'm supposed to do and just get up and take it on the chin because she does it and she don't complain.
Right. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, all right, let me go do this.
Yeah.
Let me go do this so I can have this in my back pocket for later. Oh, babe, I don't feel good. Can you cook dinner this day? I know it's my turn, but
that's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious.
But yeah. What was I gonna say? So how many kids do you have?
We got two. My wife
2 kids?
and I got King, he's 16, and Jaden is 19.
Okay, grown man.
Yeah.
Okay, so in your position, or I wouldn't say position, or in your position and what you do.
Yeah.
How does that affect the dad life, the married life? How does that change that?
It does a lot, bro. It's tough, because yeah, it's just hard. It's very hard to teach kids how to be and grow up, how raise them when I'm gone half the time, and they have all this other bullshit that's gonna tell them this, and this, and this. So it's tough, bro. It's tough, and
especially if you go on tour.
Actually getting to the point where I'm like, it's getting to the point where I'm like, all right, I gotta figure out how to do this shit better because it gets to like a convicting point where I'm like, I'm not being a good dad. Okay, cool, I'm providing, but there's so much more than that than just paying a bill, So that's a tough. Like you could probably just tell in my tone, dude. Like it really is something that weighs on me, and I'm not a bad fucking dad by any means.
Right.
Like I or whatever. I mean, I don't think everybody wants to say that about themselves, but like.
But you want to be there.
I mean, I treat my kids very, they know they can talk to me about anything or whatever, But yeah, it's tough. It's tough, man. Yeah, like this project, bro, I was going like a long time, and I gotta be back on the road sometime next week. Like it's constant. It's constant, man. It's always.
I think one of the toughest parts is like you have your own studio, so it's like you work from home in a sense, and the toughest part for I feel like I can share on is being home but having to work. And then that's when that conviction you said comes in because, stuff is going on in the house, hey babe, come here, daddy, come here. And it's like, then you gotta, as a man in my position of providing, and then it's like, hold on, daddy gotta do this, daddy gotta do that, daddy gotta do that. And then it's, oh my gosh, she did this. And I'm sitting here looking at, thumbnails. And it like you said, it's, I want to ask that to people in your position because I want people to understand it's not easy and you're human. We might be getting fed from the music. We might be listening to your music, waiting for the next drop. Oh my God, Mesus, the video was dope, man. Release one tomorrow. And it's like, bro, like I just pretty much didn't see my family for 2 weeks because I had to shoot and record and possibly go off somewhere else and meet somewhere else halfway, or you have a location. And I just want people to know that, see that side of you, because I think a lot of us sometimes get blind with the fact of, oh, that's Mesus, but at the end of the day, you're Chuck. You're Chuck the husband. You're Chuck the father. Chuck the provider. So it's like
Yeah.
I always want this part to shine. So I want people to, not saying to want, anybody treats you a certain way, but I wanted to bring a
I feel
better,
you.
I want to bring a better understanding. Like, damn, like, yeah, I am sitting here being like, more, 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 more. But it's like, at what cost when this
Yeah.
man can't be at home and do what he wants to do? Because that eats me up.
That's why I'm. If you see me, I'm like glancing down. I'm like scrolling through my phone here to try to me and Adam's text thread. I'm trying to figure out when the hell I left. I think I just found it.
He said, earlier, here's my next album.
Yeah,
As you can see, we're hard at work on
bro.
nothing.
I'm like, I yeah.
If I would have saw stuff on that board, I'd have been
I got
like,
so many
bro.
unreleased songs. I could wait till um hold on.
I don't think no fans, I don't think any of us would be upset if you like made a whole album from unreleased songs and like
Oh
took
no,
a break and actually chilled out with your family and shit at home. Have you thought about something like that before?
I maybe I probably won't do that though because I just the problem is it's like I here's the thing. A lot of you guys won't know unless I tell you which ones are unreleased and which ones are brand new that I write to like fill in the blanks. Like I mean, my first albums that I put out had a ton of songs that were in 2020 that were from like 2015, 2016, like so or older. I mean,
Right.
I have songs right now that I made in like 2010 that I still ain't dropped, and
Shoo.
I'll put them. I promise you, I'll put them out, and people will have no idea that they were from then because it's I don't know. But I'm trying. It looks like around May, somewhere in May, just based off of some of these texts that I'm reading from me and Adam. So you're talking about that's when I like went out there to Illinois to start working on this project in May.
Dang.
So it's the
Damn.
beginning of May too. These are in the beginning of May. So you're talking about like May to like whatever. I don't even like. I legitimately forget what fucking month we're in half the time. So it's like September.
4 months. About four
Yeah,
months.
4 months. So like 100 days. So a third
Yeah.
of my year, and I was home. I don't know, man. Maybe 2 weeks out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like scattered. Like in between. I come home for 2 or 3 days because he'd have like a weekend show or
Right.
something that he was going to do, and I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna go slide home for a minute and
Right.
like do some laundry. I'll see you Monday. Like
I'm gonna go home and just be home.
sleep. And that's the
Don't.
thing. It's like I want to go home, see my family, and be around my kid and my wife. And I lay down. I come home and it's like, oh, I ain't been in my bed and so on. I lay down. Out day one's just like me, like fully like charging batteries. Day two, I'm kind of in the swing of it, having a good time. We go get some food, spend like a family day. Day three, I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I'm packing shit to leave tomorrow morning, 6 in the morning. So like it's just like
Yeah.
it's a grind, dog. But again, you know, this was my dream to do this stuff, man, to have a career in this. So, you know, there's trade-offs, man. There's fucking trade-offs, and I'm fortunate to have a wife that is very understanding of it. She's very supportive of it.
Shout out to the
Um,
wife.
yeah,
Shout out to the
yeah.
supportive wives out there.
She's not just. I mean, I'm telling you, man. She's extremely, and I have to remember that too, because sometimes um, I forget how. Like we were joking earlier about, Puerto Ricans and like
Yeah.
my ex was. I always joke. I said she's half black, half Puerto Rican, and half crazy, and and she was cool. Like we're whatever, ain't no drama with us or nothing. But like She, like there's no way that her and I would have worked doing what I do.
Right.
It's just that's just some people are just built different ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's not shade on her. She needs
Yeah.
a different type of husband for a different life that she
Yeah.
wants, and cool, amen. Like,
Facts.
but yeah, and sometimes I just forget, like, I gotta remember that because she's my wife is very, very understanding. Um, it's when I sit and I step back, I just put my fucking head down and go, and that's just how I've always been in my life. And so a lot of times I don't see the fucking after, I don't see the fucking carnage and
Right.
and
Right.
just
Tunnel
all the
vision.
shit until I kind of stop and turn around. I'm just like,
Like,
oh
uh-oh.
shit. Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's just dust and shit everywhere, and
Yeah.
she's very, like, sometimes I forget about that, and you know, in that you can kind of get lost in, like, yo, motherfucker, like, you gotta, like, I feel like I'm very good at taking people's kind of like what they like empath, like I take
Their feelings
their
and stuff.
feelings into
So
consideration, and
empathetic.
their body
Empathy.
language and tones and shit. I'm
Yeah.
pretty good with that, but sometimes I think we're the worst. No matter what I feel like it's a strength of mine. Like if I didn't do this, I might be like a therapist or some shit. I don't, whatever. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Just it's like a quality character trait of mine. But sometimes we're very bad with the closest people to us, because we take
Mm.
advantage of it because they're like, oh, they'll forgive me. Oh, they'll,
Uh-huh.
oh, it's, like, and it's just a normal human thing that I think we all do, unfortunately. So it's like I said, all that to say, my wife, like, she's built different. To her, like I said, like my ex, no way she would have been down for me being. What do you mean you're just gonna be going? Like she's very,
Mm-hmm.
like, she don't. Sometimes I'm like, I go all day because I'm just working. I'm on social media. I'm doing this. I'm doing it, like all damn day, and like it's like we might talk for 2 minutes, like that whole day, because it's just like, and she's built in a way where it's like she's cool with it. Like
Right.
she's not, but it's like at the end of the day, it's still my wife that still loves me and still wants that quality time, like wants me
Right.
to, you know what I mean?
She's
And
cool with it, but
that's,
at the same time, we got to be like, all right, you're cool with it, but I got to put
yeah,
in the.
that's what I'm saying. And that's where, like, as like I said, the people close. So obviously my wife being close, like, I have to be careful not to take advantage of that. Like, not not I wouldn't want to take advantage, but not abuse that, to
Like
the
abuse
point
it. Yeah.
where she's, like feeling neglected, like, so
We all get
um
comfortable, like you
it's
said,
just
it's a
finding
human
that
trait.
balance, because like I said, because when I know that, and that's the first thing on my mind. So when I get home, I try to super husband, and I'm like, hey babe, what do you want? You want a fucking thousand roses? What do you want? Like, you
Mm-hmm.
want a fucking, you
Mm-hmm.
want to, what, just make, I don't care,
Oh, there's
let's
this
go
is in the
anywhere.
sink. Oh, okay, let me wash the
I start
dishes.
acting like I'm fucking Jay-Z over here with the bag, like, and I really ain't, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, what? Oh, what? I don't care. Where you want to go? You want to
Right.
eat? Let's go eat. And it's just like, because I just dropped everything we're worth working on a music
Right.
video or everything else, so I'm over here like, oh, you want some new boots or shoes
You
or
want
whatever?
this? You
Let's
want
go eat.
that? Get
Yeah,
done. Go to the bank
and the
account and
thing
be
is,
like, ah, shit.
yeah,
Okay. Well,
yeah,
back
yeah,
to the
yeah.
studio I go.
Yeah, now I gotta go back to work. But it's the bad. It's So that's, I think, the biggest thing, and that also is with my children. Like, it's the same exact, like I said. So it's a blessing to be able to do what I love for a living. But it's I'm still learning the balance, because it takes a toll. Because to do it, this was an exception. Normally, I don't have to leave my home for as long as I had to. Uh,
Right.
you know, I don't normally do collab projects with people that live 8 hours away from me, and so I
Right.
mean, but I mean, it was also an opportunity that him and I probably would not have had to be able to do. It was very small. Like, if we weren't going to do it now, I don't know if it would have happened,
Right.
because there's already been a couple times when we were going to do it, and then either something was going on in my life,
Right.
it wasn't good timing, or his life, you know,
He did mention y'all been trying to do this for a minute.
yeah, like 2018 was the first year we were gonna drop this. It was gonna be like after AmeriCal, and then like I said, it didn't happen then, and then like late 20 or my mistake, early 2020 around the Billy Goat time for him, we were gonna do it, and again, it was like a God thing. And that one was definitely, I just knew God was like telling me for whatever reason, like, this ain't it, this ain't the right time, like. And that was right when me and my wife met, right when we got married and all that. So it was a lot going on in my life personally. That was just, I was moving, the whole freaking world flipped upside down with COVID and
Right.
all that shit. It was just, it was like,
Hey,
you
but
know.
he's never late. He's always on time. So
Exactly. And I look at the project we put together now, and I'm just like, man, it was, and even like the fact that we called it Pale Horse, and then you got the Olympics with the crazy horse thing during the opening ceremonies, right? The Pale Horse thing they did. Then you got me. I'm in this Bible study that I've been doing since 2011, and we're studying Revelation this year, and like I didn't even know the Pale Horse was a
yeah.
biblical thing. Like the name
Yeah.
that we picked it, like I knew it was, like, obviously after we picked the name, and I did like, but we kind of picked this name and that name and this name. We were trying to figure out a name, and then I think I said White Horse, and then for a few different reasons, but one of them, like, there's this old bar that we're at a town, like in town where we're from, called White Horse. Like,
Okay.
Adam did one of his videos in there, Dirty Money or Clean Money, I think,
Yeah.
Dirty Hands, whatever it's called. Like, we shot, there's a scene from that. I mean, so it was like there was kind of a little bit of that, like hometown, like it's just a little shithole that, like, whatever, it's
Yeah.
nothing special or nothing, but then he was like, "What about Pale Horse?" And I was like, "It's kind of dope." And then he's like, "Well, like, ain't it like in the Bible or something?" And you know, he looks at me like, "Ain't you the Bible
Yeah.
guy?" You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, come on, Bible guy. And you're like,
And I'm like,
uh,
I mean, I
let me
knew
get
about the
back
red
to you.
horse and the black horse, but I was like, in a white horse, which was again another reason that.
Right.
But it's fitting, man, because I mean, you know, it's like he said at the beginning of Mirrors, you know, and the verse that he quoted, and you know, and hell followed with him, and it's just like, I feel like him and I, you know, I'm not saying we're the greatest rappers or whatever. I mean, I can't even tell you how humbling it is when someone calls me like their favorite rapper or whatever, like, or
Oh yeah, for sure. You're one of the goats. You're definitely one of the independent legends. One of the independent goats.
that
That's me for real. Like, that's
that I can't even explain what that means, man, to me. But at the end of the day, it's like we we tried, like, this album is like, man, we're coming with that judgment, like, in a, like, you know, like God's coming with his wrath and judging the world with the pale horse and all that stuff. But it's like for us, we're like, we're coming with the pen, you know what I mean? And we're saying like, yo, you better come with it, man. Like, the days
yeah.
of being like, well, I'm independent, so I can't. I mean, and then I think this album, and Adam's, you know, he's been doing it with his track record already, and I feel like I've been doing it with my track record, but I've been doing it on a much lower, like, awareness level, you know, than his, and you know, he built that platform, man, his social media, doing that before he dropped, so, you know, it's, you know, he's worked his ass off to get to that level, as far as, you know, the I'm looking for a word, like the notoriety or whatever, the
Right.
popularity.
Right.
So, you know, but like, so we came with that, like, man, we are raising the bar, like, we are like we're coming with that judgment of like, no whack shit slides, you know, kind of. That was, and that's a rapper mentality in general, but like that was part of it. And then also like just our personal life story, man. Like, we have been through so much shit, good things, bad things, real life shit that has
Yeah.
nothing to do with rap, shit that has to do with rap that we've just, you know, not seen eye to eye on over the years and shit, like, whatever, you know, and all of that. And it's just like, here, like we made it out. We're coming out of like we're coming out of hell. Like
Yeah,
hell's behind us. Like man, fuck, we made it through that. So it's a very fitting title and a
it
very
is.
fitting like the project really. I feel like the project barely scratches the surface. To be honest, it's
That's why I
funny you
said it
called it a
earlier.
teaser.
It was a teaser album because I felt like y'all read the first paragraph and I'm like, oh, this is a good book.
Amen.
And
Amen.
then now there's more to it. So because me personally, when I heard Pale Horse, I grew up in Mississippi, so I grew up
Okay.
in a church. So I heard Pale Horse instantly. I'm like, okay, we're going to
Yeah.
the Horsemen. Okay. But then I heard it, and instantly I'm like, oh man, they bringing the fire. They're bringing it. Clicked in my head. I was like, oh, they talking they shit. They're stepping their bar up, their game up, because as one of the leading pioneers in this genre, I hope people also in that genre hear this rap album and be like, oh hell no, hold on, I gotta put a pen in the pad real quick because fucking Adam and Mesus just dropped and killed shit. Like at the same time with y'all bringing that heat, it's gonna cause inspiration,
That's
and
I mean
the cycle is gonna
and
keep going.
that's the thing with me, bro, is I don't everybody should be able to eat. That's the way I always look. Like
Hmm.
I don't want I want anybody who's got I want everybody to win. You know what I mean? I want anybody
Right,
who's got a dream in this shit to succeed. You know what I mean? As long as you're
right.
not a malicious, shitty, fucking piece of shit person that's doing it in a way that's hurting other people or whatever. Like, um, I want to see people win, and I mean, I genuinely mean that. Including myself. I want to see
Hmm.
myself win. So,
Yeah.
but it's like I also believe in like if you celebrate other people's wins, like you'll always win. You know what I mean? Like if you're always
Fact.
celebrating, see the thing about haters, if they don't understand, is like, and I don't even, I got love for people. I feel like a lot of people. Somebody sent me an email yesterday. I was like, I felt so bad in my heart for the person. I was like, damn, you need a fucking hug, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and like,
Somebody needs to just hug you real quick, just let you breathe. Here,
yeah,
cry. Just cry. It's
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah, cause
Yeah.
cause it was fucked up, and I'm like, to me, if you're always hating on everybody except for your own victories, man, you're gonna be a very miserable person
Hmm.
because the reality is you're not gonna win most of the time. You know what I mean? Most of the
Exactly.
like right now, I get to celebrate my little win. Like this is my little week or two where
Nah,
I get to be
this ain't
like,
little. This is a huge W. Not many people can sit here and say they dropped the whole entire album and went up against LL Cool J and Eminem. Not a lot of people. You do not get to make this a small W, sir. This is a
I'm a,
huge
I'm
fucking
not
W.
calling it I feel you,
Huge
but
W, man.
the reason I say it like that though is, man, like when people understand everything that I sacrificed and Adam sacrificed, and I'm not talking about the last 4 months, I'm talking about the last
Right,
fucking 28, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
bro, while I sat back and watched everybody in their early 20s, start life, I was chasing a rap career. And at first it was cool. Then you hit like 25 and people are like, you're gonna
Yeah.
like do something with your life, you
You
know what I
still been
mean?
a
It's like,
city
nah,
rapper? Yeah.
I am, bro. I am, bro. Oh, you still doing the music? Oh, that's cool. Then you hit like 30, and you still ain't made shit. You ain't made no money from it.
Right.
You did a couple little cool things like, oh, yeah. And people still get, because it's still kind of a youngish age. So people are still cheering you on and they're still like, excited for you a little bit or whatever. Like, but it's like, my point is I've watched people live life, and my whole life I've been chasing this shit. I've been chasing my life and the shit that I want. And you know, I would say I finally got a little taste of it starting to work and pay off in 2020. And then, the only difference, like it's still been this just crazy ass roller
Right. Roller
coaster
coaster.
because see, Adam, when he got in, he started from a place where he was already very viral. He was already very established, like in his personal life, financially, you know, from just some
Right.
other things that were going well with like t-shirts and stuff he was doing. So like he started releasing music from a pretty comfortable position, and after his music did well, it was just like from there on,
Right.
he was like always kind of in the driver's seat versus me. It's like, you know, it's always been like chasing that being stable part of my life and my career still. So in 2020, I had a great year. 2022 had a great year. 2023, I took my foot off the gas big time because even though I was having a good year, best years of my whole life, whole career, as far as success and finance and all that, and everybody's starting to find out who I am, and boom, boom, boom. I'm getting a lot of success. And I've said this in multiple other interviews or whatever conversations with people. Like, it was not the success I wanted though. It was success as like being kind of labeled as like a rapper that I'm not trying to be labeled as, you know, like a
Right.
this fucking, you know, like I said, I don't even want to use the word anymore, political, because I think it's bullshit.
Right.
I don't think I make political. I don't think I've barely ever made a political song in my life. You could say maybe one or two of them were specifically about a political subject, but like I don't consider my health a political subject.
Political
I
thing.
don't
Yeah.
consider your skin color versus my skin color. What I don't. These are not political fucking subjects. These are human subjects. These are
Yeah.
subjects that are, you know. So
Being aware. How can being aware be turned into being political?
yeah, or the news. Like you know, one of
Yeah.
my biggest songs is a news song, or you know, and it's like the fucking news ain't. It's not supposed. Like I was saying, fuck the news because they're trying to divide us. How is that political? Like, but you know. Um, my whole point was like it became, and the thing is, I don't hate any of them songs. I'm not ashamed of any of them songs. I don't regret any of them songs.
Right.
But I realized I was starting to build a fan base on people who were not like they weren't, and I started to recognize this because it was like, damn, they're not showing up as much for like just hip hop shit, like just rap shit. Like this album me and Adam did is just rap, you know. And I had to remember, like, okay, I got 200,000 subs or whatever, and I'm still doing 400, 500,000 views on these videos. The other ones, like the ones that aren't on that sub song, and most people be like, yeah, that's still a dub, bro. That's still winning. But in my head, I'm like, I feel you, but it's pissing me off because I know how the algorithm works. I know how
Mm-hmm.
Spotify and all this shit works. So my biggest songs are becoming songs, and that's how people who don't know me, this is how all these new people are starting to, when they
Mm-hmm.
come to see me, I'm the guy that made Dictator. I'm the guy that did, and you know what I'm saying? Because that
Right.
song has 7 million, you know, streams on this platform and 7 million over here. So it's like, you know, 2023, I started really understanding that because 2021, late 2021, so my bad, 2022, uh, after me and Burden did that project together, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that was just super political. The whole damn
Yeah.
thing was, or again, like that was probably the most political thing I ever did, and I was just like, I didn't want to put that me and him, like I didn't want to do that project that way, and you know, I wish we would have did it differently. He I think he feels the same way too. Like I told him when he brought the idea up of doing it, I was like, yo, let's take our time, dog, and like just you know, bounce a song off of me. If you got one that's like you feel like you ain't really got nothing else to say after a verse or something, I'll do the same thing. And we'll keep that in mind as if we're building it, but at the same
Right.
time, like if you just naturally write a normal song that you just finish, cool, that's yours. You ain't trying, like, let's just let it organically kind of just happen.
Right.
And Burden was like more like, nah, let's just get in, let's just bang this out, da da da. And I was like, all right, that we'll do that. And it just ended up being such a kind of still politically charged time that was the music we started creating.
Mm-hmm.
And anyways, my point is like, once I got done with that project in March of 2022, I was like, damn, man, like I have just like reinforced this idea that this is the music I make, and this is, and I'm building this audience that just hey, I'm glad y'all love that, and I'm not saying I don't want to ever make that kind of music, but I want to make a whole lot of other shit too. I don't want to be
Right.
this one trick pony that just
You don't want
sits
nobody
there.
to put you in the box.
Yeah, and
They
so I
took some of
really,
your political songs and just run off with it. It was like, oh yeah, like you said, it was because of the time. So people
yeah,
kind of took off with that.
yeah, and that's just the time that they got introduced to me. You know, it was just
Right.
the timing. And so, yeah, bro, it was like I took 2022, the remainder of that after that album, and 2023, and I really was just like very um observant. I just really started sitting back and looking at my platforms, looking at all of my numbers, because I never looked at shit, dog. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just posted and ghosted for the most part because I was
Yeah.
just like, it wasn't even because like I didn't care what people were saying. I tried to like engage when I had time, but for the most part, I was like already. I mean, I can't tell you how many music videos I dropped because I edit all my shit too. I edit all my
Right.
videos, so like I'm
Okay.
talking about like I would be up the whole night before because I told people I'm dropping a new video at this. Instead of like getting it, that's what I'm saying. Everything I did was so fucking ass backwards and shit. And I was like, okay, this is stupid, man. Like I'm succeeding and everything is fucking wrong. I'm doing everything wrong. Like everything is backwards. I'm telling people, hey, I got a video dropping tomorrow. I haven't shot the video yet. My video guy's on the way here, but I just posted on social media, all my platforms, and I got a video dropping tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm putting myself
Yeah.
under the
Yeah.
gun. So then we get it's not now. It's like super tense on set because like we got a deadline and we get the video shot and then I got to go home and I'm fucking pouring Red Bull in both eyeballs to stay awake to fucking get
Yeah.
this video. You know, it's just like it's so unhealthy and so unprofessional. Really, is what I'm trying
Right.
to say. And it was doing well, doing better than I ever did. But it was like, how long can I keep this pace? One, how long do I want to keep this pace? I'm gonna
Right.
fucking and this fucking phone just wants to keep falling. Um, and then I was just like, man, fuck this, bro. Like I would rather go back to my normal job that I was doing before this shit than be like a slave to a particular brand that I created by accident. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't even make sense either because I was like, bro, Mesus means like Jesus in me.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't regret or feel like anything I said was something that I would be like necessarily ashamed of to say, you know, God hears everything or whatever like that. I don't
Right.
feel like that. But if I'm gonna, my brand is this. If my name is this, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Mesus, that's my brand. Jesus in me. If that's what it is, and it's like, well, why every song got to do with? Why are you so fucking mad in every song? Like Jesus was mad about stuff, but like, damn, you just angry and screaming and everything. It seems like your brand is more like America. Like you're just more a patriot. You know what I mean? And it's
Right.
like that's cool, but it's like why is your name me? And then so I really started getting convicted about that, dog. And I was like, man, I gotta just that's why I joked and I said my next album because it's like I just cleaned the whole slate and I kind of feel like I'm starting over a little
Oh, so
bit,
you
which is
had stuff on there.
oh yeah, man. I got boards like that all over the house and I've erased them and scribbled. I mean, you think I was a damn serial killer the way them fucking boards look. Like the shit that's all over them. But you know, I just took. I was like, you know what? When me and Adam started talking about it earlier this year, I was like, it was like cleaning everything off the desk because I had like an album I was about to drop called Patriot Music, which I still may drop or whatever. But like I
Excuse me.
had two or three other projects. I always got my hand in like 4 or 5 different pots at once because
Right.
I'm always creating albums in a different way. I'm always writing music, always. Like I'm always writing songs. Like every fucking day I'm writing something. So it's like, but it's like that song don't really fit the puzzle for this project. So then I'll just kind of put it on the back burner for like that one goes pretty good with like I got an album I'm working on called Saint Mesus. I got an album I'm working on called Rap Jesus. I got an album I'm working on called Patriot Music. I got an album I'm working on possibly I might call the Gospel.
Woo.
So I got like so many different projects that I'm working on. I got another collab project that I'm trying to piece together. Like it's not like just one artist. It's like a whole shit. Like it's like a not even a collab. I don't know what you would call that. Like
Like a independent. type thing.
Yeah, like just like a bunch of the
yeah.
homies that I work with, like basically like it'd be my album kind of, but like
Right.
literally like every song's like a feature, like a
Like
mixtape
a
almost.
like a DJ Khaled type shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like
Except
I
for
got
you'll do more than screaming another one and we the best.
yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, I got an idea for a project like that. So I mean, I got all these. So like I said, I'm always writing and just kind of putting them in. And I had all this shit, and I was kind of like, okay, man, I basically took 2022 off. 2023, I dropped a 50-song album, but half of it was already released, which still means I dropped a 25-song album, right? That's still a shit ton of music, but the problem is the way I dropped it. Again, I learned with the way streaming works and everything. I put the first release albums first. So a lot of people, if they went and checked that project out, which I'm assuming maybe some did, they got like halfway into the project, halfway into the 4 or 5 songs in, they're like, yo, this is shit from 2020.
Yeah.
This was the greatest hits album. Okay, cool, bro. Like, congratulations, you put out a greatest hits album. We don't give a fuck. You know? So like, I kind of fucked up. And I can hang my hat on saying I'm the only rap artist to ever put out a 50-song album on the 50th anniversary of hip hop, and I will hang my hat on that shit gladly, and I'm proud of that.
Oh, that was on the 50th anniversary of hip hop?
Yeah. So I mean, it's a dope little.
That's fucking dope.
It's a little notch on my belt, but it's like, like you're like, yeah, that's cool. But like at the end of the day, it's like, okay, but that didn't change my life. Don't change my career. You know what I mean? Like it's now if 1 million people or even 500,000 people heard what I just said and all acknowledged the way you said and went and said, like, cool, then it's like,
yeah, then it's like, cool. But how many is going to actually go and be like, cool, let me.
That's the marketing thing that I was talking about though, is like I said, I have not marketed myself right. So like, I have done a lot of creative, kind of different, out of the box, cool shit along the years, like what I just said. But it's like I haven't displayed it in a way where it's gotten the recognition. I don't even want to say the recognition it deserved, but just it hasn't barely even gotten the recognition at all. Because I just didn't know what I was doing, and I'm finally learning. And like I said, man, 2022 and 2023, I sat back and just kind of like, all right. And that's what that Raptivist project was. I was tying everything because I had a bunch of music that I was still making. Remember, I said I'm always writing. I'm always making.
I was writing.
So, but I didn't want to put it out because I was getting so frustrated about the brand I was creating. And I'm like, well, I can't keep, they say you do the same thing, expecting a different result is crazy, insanity. It's like, I can't keep putting music out and expect people to read the title and be like, okay, it says this, but if I listen to the bars, it's actually not a political song. It's actually, he's just talking some real shit about real life and he's got a real message. No, because people don't give a fuck. You do. Some other reactors that pay attention do. But a lot of people are just like, fuck him. He's a whatever, MAGA rapper or whatever. Like, and they just dismiss me and like, and so I can't keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result. So I just shelved it. I shelved like 2 albums. That's the other project, 2.5 albums of projects of shit that ended up going on that Raptors. But I was like, okay, I have an audience for this shit. They like it. And I'm not going to like rob them of being able to hear that stuff. So what's a cool way that I can kind of bundle all this up so I don't feel like I wasted all this money on studio time on top of that. All the time I poured into writing these songs. I like the songs. I don't think they're, you hear me talking about it, you think I like hate it or something. Like, it's like, eesh. But I don't. It's just, there's so much. Dear Rap is like my favorite project. That's my project that I feel like best represents me, who I am as an individual and as an artist and as a rapper, and just that's the best album that I feel like I put out today, solo wise at least. And it's like I wanted to get back to that. Like I was like, I need to get back to that version of me. And so like 2023 August when I dropped that, I kind of bundled that up, and I was just starting to kind of figure out what I was going to drop early this year. And then that's when me and Adam actually started to kind of discuss a little bit. And then that's, like I said, that's when I kind of just went, because I was like, you know what, that's what the fuck I need to do, man. Because I know Adam is going to do what he did, which was push the fuck out of me as a person, but as an artist as well, because he treats this way more like a business. He's way more competitive minded. He always has been, like as kids, everything. So, and I knew I needed that because, I can have my view of how I want to do things. I can have my view of art. I can look at how I want to have my career, and it's been successful. I've been successful enough to provide for my family. Bought a house last year for the first time in my life.
Congrats.
Thank you, man. So whatever. Like it's by most people's standards doing well, but I'd be very prideful and a fool to sit here and be like, look at my success. I'm so fucking smart. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
When like Adam has had 10 times that, and so it's like for me to just because he's my friend and be like, man, fuck you, dog. You know what I mean. I could, but it's like that would be stupid. The smart thing is like, no, listen. It doesn't mean I have to literally verbatim do everything the way he does it or do everything, but like at least be open-minded enough to listen and learn some shit. And I did. I learned a lot of shit along the way because I allowed myself to put down the pride, put down the ego, put them like, because it's like, yeah, he's winning and yeah, he's done a lot, but it's like, dog, I mean, shit, like, I done made some ground, in the last year. Like and it's by most people's standards, like they're like, damn, bro, you're killing it. And I could have walked into a situation like that, but instead I decided to really, just step back and learn and allow him to push the needle, push me and things that I was uncomfortable doing as far as like social media, like posting all the damn time and stuff, but like things like that. And like I said, man, it's now I'm kind of like, even I was recalibrating the last year and a half or so before this and just really sitting back and trying to make sure I didn't make any of the wrong moves. And I really had like my mindset, like, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Now I kind of have like, I guess you would say like, I know how I'm gonna do it too. You know what I mean? Like now I know how to do it to make sure
now you have to know how.
Fail.
Exactly.
Yeah, it don't fail. And I'm not saying the next album I drop is gonna go fucking #1 in hip hop because I'm well aware that a large amount of the reason we were able to compete with Eminem and LL and shit is because Adam has a lot of leverage and a lot of pull when he says things on social media or in his, you know what I mean? Like he's able to move that needle more than I can do at this point in my career. But at least I know I'm gonna give it the best shot and shit. I might hit #1. I'm fucking, you know what I mean? Who knows? Yeah. But it's been a huge blessing and a growth, man. So it's cool.
Yeah, you've been doing it for a minute. You've been going for a minute. He deserves way more reach. Exactly, Kat. Exactly. But see, that's why I think it's best to do something with your best friend who, like you said, a little bit more of a platform, a little bit. In a sense, both of y'all are exposing each other to each other's audience.
Yeah.
You're both.
The cross-pollination.
Yeah.
You got to learn, bro. You got to learn from people. Or if you don't surround yourself with people that are doing better than you, then you're never going to grow. Like if you go to the gym and you work out with guys that can't lift as much as you, I hope you're ready to stay where you're at because that's where, now you might, I've heard everybody needs a, so like Paul, they're in the Bible, they say everybody needs a, dang, what was his name? Who's the dude that Paul like, kind of like he was like his student.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. It's literally on the tip of my tongue. I'm going through all the Oh man, my grandma would be so upset at me right now.
I think a lot of people would be with me. Like if I what I'm saying is you should always have someone that it should be like this basically. You should have someone who's kind of like Timothy. You're reaching up to, and someone
Chat said Timothy.
Huh?
Chat said Timothy.
Timothy. Okay, so you need a Timothy, and everybody needs a Timothy, and everybody Oh, you should have a Timothy in your life. That's what it is. Okay. You should have a Timothy in your life, and you should have a Paul in your life.
Yep. Or
So,
Barnabas.
so in other
Barnabas
words,
was
you
a
should always
student of
have
Paul. Which,
someone
okay.
who is like, what do you call it? Like a mentor.
A mentor.
You should always have someone that is a mentor to you in your life, and you should always be mentoring. So in other words, that game that you're getting ain't just fucking going bloop and falling on the
Right.
ground. It's
Right.
being passed
The
down to
circle of
somebody
life.
that's a step behind you, so that
Uh-huh.
you're always fucking you're growing and you're helping someone grow at the same time. And so, in this at least part of my life as far as music and my career, again, Adam would be that. Like he's someone he's ahead of me in these things as far as just experience, and he's experienced things that I haven't experienced because he's been to a higher level of this than I have. He's been
Right.
to, more. He's done the touring thing now for 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? I haven't done that yet. So there's things I can learn from. Just like he got that game from Demon.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when Demon's been touring since fucking he came out the womb and shit. So like
Yeah.
he got that game, and I was there when that shit started too. I was helping Adam with merch at the time. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like
Okay.
a lot of people met me, like they thought I was like Adam's merch guy, which I was actually. I was doing his merch on his tour. Like they
Right.
didn't really know me as Mesus. Some people did,
But you
because I
was
had a
you was
couple.
learning the game though. You was soaking
But
it up.
I was on the road learning shit and just meeting whatever, and so that's now I'm probably in the process of about starting to get on some tours and shit and doing that,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll probably have a homie that I'll fucking be able to like have come up with me on the road and do some
Right.
merch or whatever. So it's important, like I said, to always have a Paul and a Timothy, man, because and this project is definitely, and it's funny that the name of the album is a biblical name, because that's just kind of even more
Yeah.
appropriateness to it. But yeah,
I'm trying to find
it's
mine. Believe it or not, it's
a
the
Paul, or
React.
which one?
I guess a Paul. The Reactor community is really learning. I won't say the community reactors. I can't really find a mentor. I've had to do a lot of errors before and just research for me to be like, what the hell am I doing wrong? I I have some people that's like, yo, I'm reacting because you inspired me, and like they don't. I feel like when you get numbers, how people say, people start putting you in a pedestal, but it's like I like to people. I like to tell them like, hey man, I'm just a reactor. Like I like music. I like doing what I do. Like it's humbling that I'm inspiring people, but I don't have that. Like
Yeah,
hey, I've been doing this for 7 years. I've been
yeah,
as far as streaming and content creation. I've been doing reactions for 3, and this was just something I stepped into because I just liked music. I just was like, I saw somebody, Shaq, No Life Shaq. I saw him on YouTube. It just came across my YouTube. I was looking at something totally different. And I just remember thinking, this motherfucker sitting on the screen listening to music and just giving his input?
yeah,
I like music. Like, all right. But I was always nervous. So I said, let me do what everybody's doing. Let me go on Twitch. Let me do video games. Let me do that. And it's kind of like you said, my son's mother, she for what I'm doing, she wasn't cut out for it. She was different. She
yeah,
was, yeah,
yeah,
she
yeah, yeah,
was. I wouldn't be able to do what I did, and my wife now, like she's been stopping me from giving up, quitting, selling equipment, it, everything. And it's a blessing when I'm like, yeah, I'm done, and she's like, no, you're not. I didn't see you give your all. You're not about to
yeah,
quit. Take a
yeah,
break, recoup, think, see what's going on, and then when I'm hitting that patch right now, kind of like what we hit, it's kind of like a sore thing, but about just the family thing, that's where I'm at right now. I'm even though I've been doing it for 7 years, I'm in this balancing mode. I'm like, how husband, dad, reactor, content creator, gamer, how do I move? And I wish I could just have somebody like, hey, I'm stuck at this one spot. You remember when you was here? Can you
yeah,
elaborate? Because I'm never going to. I don't. like you said, it's a blessing to have an understanding partner because Lord's know, like you said, I wake up in the morning and I'm on stuff all day. It's not either I'm on a computer, I'm doing something, or I'm on my phone, and it turned because mine started from COVID. I got fired from selling windows and your bathroom refurbishments, going to conventions, and I just was like, I ain't no job, and government taking care of me right now. So instead of just squandering that money, not doing nothing, let me invest in myself. Let me go get a
No, it's good.
PC.
Yeah,
Let me
it's
go.
good.
Let me go do research. Let me see yada 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 yada. If I can use this, if my goal is to be on YouTube, there's millions of videos on YouTube that can teach me what I need to know
Yeah,
to get shit started. I just
yeah,
have to. In that sense, that's why I'm like, I'm listening to your story, and it's like with you having Adam. And then the same question I asked him, he's like, he feels like he's finding that balance with
hmm
touring and music and family life. And then now we're going to you, and you're like, Adam is my in a sense like my mentor, and all and when I get, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's being told to me in this moment that I need to say that's going to happen for you,
hmm
with Adam and everything. Something's gonna happen to where it's like, oh, okay, so this how I can maximize my time at home. This how I
hmm
can still do my
Yeah. Oh,
music, do
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
videos.
yeah.
Cool, okay. And it's always something that I feel like as humans is something that you should jump and do, but then you're abrasive about it because you're like, I don't want to mess what I got going up on. I don't want to lose my what I got
Yeah.
going on because it's that uncomfortable thing. Sometimes a seed grows or you grow from being uncomfortable. You stay comfortable too long, like you said, you're stagnant.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
I
You
just felt the
can't.
need I just felt the need to say like that's gonna happen. Like I f- I guess I'm empathetic. I felt the heaviness on just that part of like you trying
Oh,
to
yeah.
balance
Yeah.
that.
I'm definitely wrestling with that big time right now, dog. And,
And I am too.
but
So
I
it's like
appreciate.
this magnified, and then I ain't afraid of my belief. I say like I said it. That was straight. That was straight big man telling me, using me how I need to be used as a vessel to tell you, because it was like the thought was in my head, but the thought was like, say it, say it, say it, say it, say
Say
it,
it.
say it, say it, say it, say
Yeah.
it. And I'm like, I'm
I call
like,
them heart nuts.
yeah,
I
I'm like,
call them,
shoo,
I call them heart tugs, bro. I get heart
yeah,
tugs, man. Like,
yeah. So,
no, you ain't, no, no.
yeah, but he's like, nah, you gon'
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
feel like
no, and
it's gonna
I
happen, man.
appreciate you. I appreciate you saying that, man, because it's something that weighs on me. It's just, as a man, everybody wants to be like, I want to be the best everything all at once. I want to be the
Mm-hmm.
best father. I want to be the best husband. I want to be the best man. Like when I'm around my homies, I
That's
want to be the dude that's fucking, hey, motherfuckers,
yeah.
get your shit up. Like, we want to be all that at the same fucking time, and it's like it's not. It's very rare. Like I said
Yeah.
earlier, man, learn to celebrate other people's W's, because when you do that, because you're always winning, first of all, because if you
Mm-hmm.
have a mindset that celebrates other people's W's, and you genuinely mean it, and you're genuinely happy for
Mm-hmm.
people, you are winning in that moment as well. But you're also like attracting a fucking win for you. You know what I mean? Because like it's like if you're just sitting there and you're just this fucking energy that's just like you could just tell, like it's like, oh, I'm so
That
happy
fake
for you.
energy, yeah.
I'm so happy for you. You know what I mean? It's like that's
Yeah.
there, but instead of like, you fucking bear hug them,
Yeah.
motherfuckers, what's up, bro?
Like good shit, bro.
And
Yeah.
you like that is undeniable, and then that comes back around, and I'm not even talking like in
Mm-hmm.
some kind of karma way. I'm just saying like
Right.
it's literally energy, bro. Like if you put shitty energy out, it's gonna either fall dead at minimum, or it's gonna create something negative. You know what I mean?
I
If you
put so much shitty energy out. Why is this happening?
yeah, but if you put out this fucking amazing energy of just encouragement and love and whatever, yeah, I mean, it doesn't. It's, again, that's why I'm not saying it's karma, because you could do that and you could still have somebody be like, man, fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
but 99% of the time in my experiences, that is not how it goes, man. If you are just this just unbelievable ball of just love and energy and just to people, like it's kind of hard to not like. I'm just speaking personally, like people have been like
Right.
that to me, man. Like it's pretty hard to be like, man, fuck that guy. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, and when they call, you're like excited to pick the phone up because you don't think it's gonna be an hour and a half of man. So like, you know, just a bunch of like negative shit or gossip or whatever. You know, it's just like good shit and want to, you know, and that so it's like, yeah, man, I definitely appreciate you saying that, and you know,
Always, man.
It's something that, like I said, I'm just conscious of, you know, and I think if you're conscious of something, you can grow, and if you keep track of stuff, and I've been really big about trying to just be the best I can. We only get one day at a time, man. That's all we get, you know.
Take it day by day.
You know, we literally are not even guaranteed a whole fucking day. We are. You wake up and you get a breath at a time, pretty much. And so, I'm really trying to be like, okay, what am I? Like, I'm a person. Like, I'm a human being. I got a fucking brain. I got a soul. I got a heart. You know, and organs, your body. Like, I got to take care of all that shit, and I got to manage it because if it didn't all work together, God wouldn't have fucking created it all together. You know what I'm saying? Like, if our brain was just some separate fucking thing that sat over here on a fucking desk and you could just be like, oh, I'm going to use my brain now or whatever the fuck. Like, so it's like I had to learn, like, my diet, for example. Like, man, I can't be putting bullshit in my body and expecting it to function the way it's supposed to. I can't be not working out and letting my physical health go to shit and just expecting to have energy. I can't, you know, and then how does that impact my mind? My mind is part of my fucking body. My brain is part of my body. What you feed your body is what you feed your mind. They say there's like a brain in our stomach too, not like literally a fucking brain, but it's like that's why they say go with your gut, because it's like literally like and so it's like, you know, I'm learning about all this shit that's terrible for me to eat and drink and all this stuff because it just makes us like shitty people basically, or like
you feel like, shitty.
Like it makes us feel shitty. It makes us like
always tired,
real like lack of motivation, like all these things, because you know, and so yeah, man, it's just like, you know, I think about all those things, and then it's like it can get super overwhelming. But then it's like the reality is that's what comes back to what I said in the beginning of this about being very structured and very like organized, like. You just gotta have to realize, like, dude, I'm not gonna wake up tomorrow with a six pack. If you're fat, like that's your goal, right? You're like it's gonna take you a while, man. It took you a while to get fat. It's gonna take you a while to get skinny. Like that. That's how it works. If you're, you know, whatever it is. Like for me, I do feel like I'm lacking in that area of being like, okay, cool, my career is going great. How many fucking millionaires and billionaires blow their brains out because why do you think they do that? Because they failed everywhere else in life. They're a fucking billionaire, but they have no peace.
They have nothing, no peace.
Yeah, they have nothing else.
That money didn't bring no peace. Them waking up and buying a shit ton of whatever, they still feel like shit.
That's exactly. And so it's like, for me, it's like that's definitely something that and it's like, I'm learning, you know what, I just got to take it a day at a time. And there's things like, okay, well, how can I be a better husband? Well, maybe I'm not home, but I could be better about making, you know, specific times or something that I can make a phone call and not use the excuse, I've been fucking working on it.
I've been working,
right?
Actually,
you weren't working all fucking day. You weren't working all, you fucking, you could have took 5 minutes, you know, to step away or, you know, shit like that. And it's just like, that's where I'm learning, like, to be much more like calculated and better.
Yeah. Like you said, just being a lot more aware. You know, I come out the office, even though I might got 5 minutes. I'm coming out to be like, hey, everybody, what's going on? You know, hey, and that Superman complex. I get done working. All right, babe, what the baby need?
Yeah.
What's up with my son? You need anything cooking? I can cook. I can cook. No, I understand. I got it. And and then thank God for her. She has to be like, babe, chill.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still gonna bring you dinner. And I'm like, oh, fucking allergies. All right, you still gonna? All right. Oh, okay,
He said
that's cool.
allergies.
Yeah, because it's like I'm that person. Like you say, I want everybody to win. Like I don't think I have a hating bone in my body. As even with this being a reactor, like I don't see numbers. I don't see another reactor and be like, "Oh wow, you got 100K, you got a plaque, you got in the millions." Like you just an ordinary dude just doing the same thing as me, and it caught on. Oh, you just hit 100K, big shit. Congrats! I know the grind it took. And then, like you said, then as you just wake up, and there's some people where you're just like, do you need a hug, bro? Do you need me to
Yeah.
send you a cookie?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just over here trying to celebrate W's because I might not have nobody that may be able to celebrate that W with me. So for me to see other people eat, that makes me happy. I'm not the type of person who gets elated when I see other people happy or pursuing their dreams or announcing their W's. And I feel like for me it was a life lesson because I started being genuine for a profit when I was like 18, 19. You know, if I'm genuine, if I'm cool, then I'll get that back and, you know, I can use them, yada, yada, yada. And like you said, energy. People peep that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, with me faking it, it's
Mm-hmm.
like it woke me up to being like, you're not faking it, bro. This was you all along. You just was afraid to be you because you was worried about what the next man, the next person was going to think about you.
Mm-hmm.
Because now when I'm, you know, bringing people up, it's like, bro, what? All they did was this. I'm like, but they did it. They did that, and they're proud of themselves for that. So I'm going to be proud of them for being proud of themselves and doing it. Then it kind of makes them start. I'm like, what have you done?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, don't come at me like that. I'm like, no. I'm asking you so I can be happy for you. And then they're like, oh, well, shit. I'm like, yeah, like it's not do something so people can celebrate you. Do something that makes you happy. Like I'm blessed that I can sit here and 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, whatever it is, watch me playing a game, talking to you, reacting to a music video. It you have to be in that point in your life with kind of like where you at, where I feel like there's no choice but to be humble. And
Mm-hmm.
not saying you're forced to, but I'm pretty sure you've been in situations where this shit could have been snatched from you just like that.
Oh
And
yeah.
everything can be
Still am.
gone.
Still am.
Exactly. I'm like, I could wake up tomorrow and God forbid YouTube is just like, yeah, we don't like your whole channel. Bye.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. Like that's and in the real we're all in that position no matter what we do for a career or anything because like I said, man, our next breath ain't guaranteed. Our
Yeah.
next, I mean, crazy shit happens every day to people, man, and so yeah, you gotta be humble, man, and I if you want to stay, if you like, a lot of times when people are going through shit, they say the best therapy when you're going through shit is to go help somebody else through their shit. So
Right.
it's like because it takes your mind off of that. So it's like if you're starting to feel like arrogant or prideful or big headed, like um, the best is to kind of like pendulum swing, whatever the case may be, for whatever the thing may be,
Mm-hmm.
to the opposite. So if you're feeling really me, right? Like if I'm number one, we just dropped the number one album, get all big head and start thinking I'm too cool for school, whatever the fuck,
Right.
whatever. The best thing for me to do is you go do something that's extremely humbling. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I mean. It's like it's something like that, and that's whatever the case may be, whether it's I remember when I was still chasing this and living in my car and had no money and all this other crazy shit. I understood that because that was where I was at. So I was very, very I was very, very conscious of like homeless people or people that were like down and out, and then it's like you get a little bit of money, you get a little bit of success, you get a little bit of whatever, and you start to kind of almost, you look at homeless people and you're kind of like, man, get a fucking job. You know what I mean? And you
Right.
start to have this kind of like chip on your shoulder about the shit. And to an extent, part of that's right. Like my wife, bro, she moved here from Vietnam, third world, dirt floor, dead ass, broke, fucking literally a hut made out of like hay and shit. I mean, like as dirt poor as it gets, right? Moved here. Her and her sisters barely spoke English, like literally barely spoke English. She was 10 years old, so she's a 10-year-old, barely at all could speak English. Her mother can't like speak English, and that's the adult that's running the family.
Right.
They live, in a pretty bad area of St. Louis. Didn't get the greatest education, didn't have the greatest resources. Were a minority in a country, in a neighborhood that didn't barely speak English. Now,
Yeah.
like all of them are successful and like running their own shit and have, 6-figure shops and like doing all. And it's like, and so it's like part
That's
of me
amazing.
looks at her, and I'm for sure, and part of me looks at her, and I'm like, I do look at somebody, an able-bodied dude on the corner who was probably born in America, probably speaks the language, and I look at him and I say, hey man, like I feel bad for you, but that doesn't mean I gotta give you my money or give you,
Yeah.
and so it's if it's through that lens, it's a healthy perspective. But if it's like I just made money
lens.
and now I can't relate with somebody who doesn't have it anymore, that's when you really are like you're losing yourself. You know what I mean? And that's where that pride is start, because that's a mindset I'm always trying to be very conscious of, because it's like, don't forget that who gave me this, everything. Who gave me the ability to rhyme words together in a way that for whatever reason other people just aren't gifted in. Who gave me a fucking vocal cord that I can even talk? Like I mean, shit. There's I could go on and on and on. I don't think I really need to, but it's like, so it's like I've learned, like I said, the one that I know for sure because I've done it myself, and not even on purpose, but I've just experienced it in hindsight, looking back, kind of like Mr. Miyagi. How Mr. Miyagi taught that shit. Like in hindsight, he's like, "Yeah, I painted your face," and then he's like, "Oh shit, you taught me karate and shit."
Yeah.
Like kind of like same thing. Like I've looked back, and it's been like in those moments when I was selfless and just didn't fucking focus on my shit because I was so concerned about somebody else's problems, because I looked at them and I'm like, damn, I mean, I'm going through some shit, but this person's got some real fucking problems, and help them out. And then you start to realize how small like your problem really is, and that you're just hyper focused on it. You're turning this little fucking thing into like, and so, again, like I said, and I know, and brother, I love you for saying it too, man. Like, no, I ain't just gonna let you call it some little W. But that for me, it's like, no, I have to remember. Okay, cool. I got this little W on iTunes, and I'm like, okay, cool. But motherfucker, I'm still, you're just a fucking dude who God gave it a little bit of an ability, to do, like, cool, dope. And I'm grateful for the impact it makes in people's lives in a positive way. I'm grateful that it's helped me provide for my family and all this other cool.
Facts.
But like, hey, dog, like you ain't nobody special. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Keeping yourself grounded.
Don't ever get that twisted. You are still just a normal dude with just a normal, and so, and that's the same if I get a W on iTunes and I'm number one, or if I'm fucking Jelly Roll right now and I'm the hottest artist on the fucking planet, and everywhere I go, I can't walk 2 feet without people wanting to take a picture. Like that still has to be the same thing. Or God, what I've experienced, God he'll never put you in a position that's going to destroy
that you cannot handle.
Yeah, he's never going to put you in a position that'll destroy you, because I always tell like my kids, I say like, yo, if you're shitty with $100, why would I give you $1,000? You know what I mean? If you took $100 and just like burnt it all on a bunch of bullshit, I can't trust you with $1,000. Same thing with like God. Like if I give you 100,000 followers, and you mismanage that, and you ain't really, you're acting a fool, and you think you're super cool and shit. Because why the fuck would I give you $1 million or 10 million
Right.
or whatever? You know what I mean? Like, so it's real. I've just really learned all that over this process, and I just trust God with it.
All right.
You know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's yeah. See, this is what I love. This is what I like. Be walking into this. For me, you was Mesus, the artist. Now I know who Chuck the human is.
Yeah.
Real
Charlie
like
Hustle.
Charlie Hustle. I got one. Actually, I got two more questions. Then we'll end it. We'll end with that one.
Right.
The first one is, how was it working with Tom McDonald?
Cool. He was like, just kind of piggybacking off what we just said, man. I've said this a couple times because I've definitely been asked that at this point, and I get why people ask it for sure. But he on the set for Mears, I just, this is the best way I can put it. Like, if somebody walked on set and didn't know who I was and Adam and Tom were, like, they wouldn't know that he is, you know, the artist that has the status level that he has compared to the status level I have. If you were just a fly in the wall sitting there listening to the conversation that me and him had, and during moments where Adam was shooting his parts or whatever, where we were all just sitting there, like, it wasn't like, you know, the fuck I am, you know what I mean? Like, it was just like how we're talking, like, very, you know. So and you know, that's the best way I can explain. He was just, you know, a chill dude, and you know, complimented me quite a bit on my things that I've got going on in my career, and so yeah, it was and I didn't expect that feature to happen either, man. I thought me and Adam were gonna do a whole album by ourselves, and possibly get some like industry-ish type features. That was kind of what we were thinking, like
Bubba.
No.
Well,
like,
no, Bubba's independent now, ain't he?
Yeah, but I meant more like Benny the Butcher, or like
NF.
just that'd be crazy. Like, just like rappers, you know what I mean? Like, just some kind of more like dudes that aren't in the lane that we've kind of been associated. The Adam's definitely been associated with, but I've been kind of, you know, a little bit associated with the country rap thing or whatever. Is, you know, like, just people that nobody expected, like OT the Mexican OT?
Mexican OT.
Yeah,
OT
like
Mexican,
just like shit like that, like people that nobody would have fucking seen coming, you know, like just total left field. That was the only features we were really thinking I
ain't gonna lie, if y'all would have had that Mexican OT on the track, I would have flipped my shit.
That was the shit we were thinking, you know what I mean? Or like, just, you know, whatever, like, you know, and then Adam was like, I don't know, I mean, I guess we could try to get Tom. He's like, he don't really do features though, man. I mean, it's like, I know we did albums together and shit, but that was like, we did albums together. Like, he's really not a feature guy, bro. And that's a fact. Like, if you look back at his track record, like, that dude does not do features. He's got like 2 or 3 songs,
like
that
2 or 3,
like with Dax, and like his homie,
the hard
like,
one too.
Like that other dude that he grew up with or whatever, like his homie.
Brennan Hart.
Like, that's it. Like, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna count Nova, and I'm not gonna count Mad Child, because those were like collab. He did a collab album with him.
Right.
And, I mean, Nova's Nova, like, whatever.
Nova's
time. So it's like, he really don't do fucking features. So I definitely, when Adam said he was gonna try to get that, I was like, cool, and I believed he could do it, like no problem. Like, as far as like that, I'm a very optimistic person, so part of me was like, oh shit, okay, that might, you know. But there was other part of me that was just like, I wouldn't surprise me at all if it just didn't happen. And so yeah, it was cool that, you know, he hopped on that, because it wasn't really expected, you know.
Yeah.
So, and it
Yeah.
definitely turned the album up a level. And the other features that happened again, man, like I said, the project was was so close to literally just being me and him. Like the Caitlyn and Struggle thing, that was because the engineer that recorded the song, Drew Eargod, he said I could kind of, because Adam recorded the chorus originally, and he was like, I can kind of hear Caitlyn, like, because Eargod recorded God We Need You Now.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, I kind of hear Caitlyn, like, even if it's just like subtle in the background, like under your vocals or whatever. And I was like, yeah. I think Adam was actually like upstairs at the time when he said, and I was like, yeah, I feel you. I hear that for sure. So then I threw that out there to Adam, or maybe Drew did then or something. But I remember talking to Adam about it too, and he was like, well, I mean, I guess we could throw it out there. And then Strug was just like, her and Strug are like super close. And I don't know if he was in the studio at the time with her or he brought her there or what. So I don't remember exactly how it happened, but Adam called Strug. He didn't call Caitlyn. He called Strug because him and Strug are like, that's, you know, super close.
Yeah.
So he called him and then he's like, yeah, I'll see. And then I think he just decided to hop on it and it was like, okay, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? That Strug
Like, we might
verse
as
was
well.
not.
Two birds, one stone. You know?
Yeah, that Strug verse was not like playing. The
Oh,
Caitlyn
man.
thing was not playing. Even like it
Damn,
was
that
just
makes that
something
song even better for me, honestly,
facts. Like it makes the
because
song.
that wasn't planned. Oh my god.
It turned it into such a better record. And then the Dusty and Bubba joint that's Dusty's song. Dusty, we went to go shoot a video in Kentucky with one of Dusty's video guys. And because our main guy that we shoot with was wrapped up. So
Right.
like he had a bunch of shit going on and we were trying to keep getting these videos done. And the funny shit is it's for a video we still haven't dropped yet. But that's just how shit works out. Like we went out there to get a video shot, got the video shot, and we still haven't dropped the video, but we got that song from that trip because we were over at Dusty's. Dusty played that song for me. I was in the kitchen and he played the hook. He just had the hook on it at the time. Bubba wasn't on it, but Bubba and him worked together. They just dropped the album. So like he was like, yeah, Bubba's getting on it, but like it was gonna be like one of our songs. He's like, what do you think about it? And as soon as I heard the hook, I was like, bro, that shit's crazy. And then he's like, all right. And then he went like into the living room and Adam heard it. And Adam was like, he's like, yo, I want to put that on the album. And Dusty was like, okay, cool. Do it.
All right, bet. There you go. Let's do it.
And so it was like, again, that was not the focus of the trip. The trip was not like, we're going to go to Dusty's and get the song for Dusty and Bubba. Like, again, it was just.
Y'all shooting a video for something else.
Yeah. So it's pretty crazy how all that stuff came together, but it was really not. The original idea was no features unless it's like I said, like people that are so fucking out the box and nobody's going to expect. Because I haven't, but Adam has pretty much worked with fucking anybody and everybody that's on the independent scene at this point that's like got a name. There's some that I'm not, and I'm not taking shots at people saying you don't got a name, but I'm just saying for the most part, he worked with a lot of big. So to him, it's kind of like, yo, who's gonna either completely shock value people and
Boosie badass,
like from who?
Boosie. I would have been
like just from like I can't believe they got this dude, like wow, that's crazy, that kind of shock value, not necessarily what they would say, but like, you know, who it is, or who's such a big artist that they're bigger than Adam enough to actually move the needle and push this album further out and to make this album more successful. You know, like that was the only two things we were thinking, because otherwise it was like, yo, this project's about us. Like we're just trying to do an album together.
right.
We don't need anybody else to, you know, to do that. So I mean, it was very close to being just Tom once we had that even locked in, because we still didn't have the other two songs at that point. And then, you know, and even more so, it was very close to just not even being anybody, bro. Which, again, I mean, the project came together dope, but it's just crazy how that shit happens because it could have just as easily been a 10 songs of just me and like,
exactly.
you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
And, you know, so, but I'm grateful for the things. And Bubba, I got to, you know, meet Bubba for the first time. And that dude, man, meeting him, that was, you know, Tom is obviously Tom is, that's the thing. Tom is way more, I would say, relevant right now, right? Like he's way more, his name is going to make way more noise on, at least in most, the online. Online. Like they might be kind of neck and neck for like a ticket sale, you know. I don't know, because Bubba's still Bubba, like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, he's still a legend. He still got crazy stripes. He still got you know, hit records and shit. So I'm, you know, but there's like there's you know, a difference between like just different categories, man. And like you can't, you know, Tom's numbers online are just retarded. So it's like
I saw Tom, but I ain't gonna lie. When I saw Bubba, that's the feature that gave me that shock value. Because
you know, see,
where I grew up, Bubba is OG. Like that's Bubba Sparks. Man. So when I saw Bubba, I was like, these motherfuckers got Bubba Sparks on this bitch.
Well, Adam's done songs with Bubba. He's got a couple songs with Bubba. Yeah. So that was like, you know, again, that was nothing really super new for Adam. They've known each other for years, but that was the first time I met Bubba, and to have. I remember I was walking through the kitchen at Adams, and Bubba was staying in the room down the hall, and he got in real late the night before, and I was staying at a different place at that time. So I come in, and I'm walking out towards the front of the house through the kitchen, and I hear Mesus from like down the hall. And I look over, and I'm like, oh shit, Bubba Sparks just fucking hollered at me from down the hall. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, that's fucking crazy, bro. And I'm like, what up, dog? And to have that dude acknowledge my talent and say the very, very just like, I was like, I can't believe this dude is saying this shit to me right now. You know what I mean? And just one of the coolest dudes I've ever met, like in this music shit. And that dude's got stories. You talk about a fucking guy, man, that dude has been through and he's such a smart dude. Was very humble, very, you know, just very, very cool cat, man. And that was, you know, like I said, Tom's Tom, man. That dude's got crazy numbers, and he was very, like I said, very humble dude to me, and polite, and you know, and encouraging to me about my career and shit. Like, hey man, I really hope this helps your shit move, and you know, whatever. Good dude, but like Bubba was like meeting damn near, you know, I mean, shit, bro.
Like when you met LL Cool J.
It was crazy, bro, because Bubba's like, I remember, like, I saw Bubba on TV and shit, you know, like, and I liked Bubba more than Eminem, you know what I'm saying? And that's not shade towards him. Bubba, like, I felt like Bubba was just like a normal dude that I like to hang out with, and like, Eminem's just Eminem. He's a fucking huge icon, star, whatever. It's not really like this. Now I kind of, because of some of the stuff he's done, you know, in the last handful of years, I'm kind of more like, But again, at the same time, he still doesn't knock his talent or nothing like that. But like Bubba, you know, I just saw from the first time I remember seeing him, like chilling on a 106 Park couch and shit with, you know,
with
just
free,
like
with free in them,
just chilling. Like he's just like, you could just tell, like he's just a kid in the candy shop. Like he can't.
I'm glad he got
out
of that shit though.
You know, I resonated with him. I was like, yo, like I definitely think I'd get along with that guy. and 20
years later
I found out I do.
Like, oh, all right, there you go. Thank you, God. I guess you answered that one.
Yeah. Like it was crazy actually, because my cousin, she's a big hip hop head, and she texted me and she's like, yo, I love that joint with you and with Bubba on it. And then literally yesterday, she texted me that, and then literally right after that, Bubba texted me. Like it was like right on top of her text, and I was laughing my ass off because he was asking about a show that he's at in Chicago, and I just screenshot it and sent it back to my cousin. I was like, when my cousin says something, and then Bubba texted me, like it was just like,
that's dope.
yeah, it was cool, man. Cause like I said, he's just a normal dude like anybody else, man. And like, you know, he's been really, it was cool to work with him, man. And I mean, he snapped on his verse.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever heard a verse that dude hasn't snapped on. Like,
that was video Adam showed me before y'all dropped it. It was that what was that Tuesday? Yeah, that Tuesday before y'all dropped it. And he just like first, you know, Adam trying to figure it out. He was like, hold on, I'm gonna send you the song. Then he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna send you the video. So we got to sit there and see the video, and I was just like, bruh, y'all fucking snapped with Bubba. He was like, yeah. Chuck was nervous though. Don't tell him I told you that, but Chuck was nervous. Chuck was nervous.
That's hilarious, bro. But
I love that banter between y'all two. You can tell y'all best friends because he picks at you, you pick at him.
Yeah,
that's why I made that joke earlier. I was like, yeah, you know, the old man.
Yeah, bro.
He probably gonna text me and be like, motherfucker, call me old again.
You want to see it funny? Like, so I sent him this because we were finding thumbnails for the album, or not the album, for the video we just dropped today. And I said, do you want to use this one?
You should have.
Because he said, you just said the old man shit. I was like, you want to use that one? And he texted me later. Like, literally, like, he laughed at it, like, immediately. And then, like, 10 minutes later, he's like, bro, I'm still looking at this picture and just fucking laughing my ass off. Like,
oh, man.
Yeah.
It seems like everything's going the way it's supposed to go for you, man. Keep following the path, man. Keep going. Like, I'm
almost scared you said that, man.
No, man. I'm just picking up on the energy. And one thing that stuck with me, my mama told me about, you know, one of the things about the Bible is wise man is quiet and observes. So I'm just listening, soaking up, learning as well. Like I'm learning from you as well. Not only, you know, being what I do with this and just being a human. It's everything I've listened and everything you said, I could just tell you like, yeah, it's that point of balance and oh shit. It's coming soon. It's coming soon because then I just pick up on certain things and I just read up the energy and feel the energy. So when you said about your cousin and then next was Bubba, like it just things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
So I think it's finally.
I'm just receiving.
I got you. Need another one. You know what? Oh, left hand might be missing, but hold.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna go long. There you go. Catch the.
There you go. But I ain't gonna hold you up, man, because you know I gotta do some live reactions. But what up, Josh? Yeah, Josh in here.
Was good.
Speaking of him, yeah, cool people. He was one of the ones that told me most about you, and he was like, yeah, Addie loves him. You know, she was in the music video and stuff. I was like, for real? And so big shout out to him for even just like low key just putting me on. And then of course,
what was the name? I'm sorry,
Josh.
What up, Josh?
Yeah, Josh.
Oh,
tell
Josh,
me, Josh. Yeah, Josh. Yeah, tell Mesus. He said, tell Mesus. Addie said hi.
What's happening? My fault, man. It took me a second.
He's like, yeah. Oh wait, that Josh.
No, I was like, okay, shit. Yeah, it's been a minute, man. Yep, he was a big help in that video, man. Big help. We did COVID 20. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't say that.
No. Oh yeah. You did.
Convenience store.
Convenience store.
We went to the convenience store.
Went to the convenience store. Yeah, that I didn't know that Mesus NF remix was a legit thing. When somebody told me, like, I just now found out from you when you did the tour, like you're a big NF fan. So when I heard that mix with you and him, I already was on it when somebody requested it. Because I was like, oh, Mesus? I'm like, fuck yeah. They're like, no, it's mixed with NF. And I'm like, say less. Click. Say less.
Yeah. I did like kind of verbatim his cadence. And, that's very difficult to do, bro. Like I've done that a couple times. I'm gonna do that. I was working on a song of his, another one that I was gonna do it too.
Mesus and NF, Mesus and NF, Mesus and NF song, Mesus and NF.
Bro. I got the perfect song for it too, man. I'm just allowing that to fall into place, bro.
Come on, Nate. Come on, Nate. For church. Come on.
Hey, I already got a feature with a guy that never does features, right? So let's see what happens. And I'm not saying I made that happen. Just to be clear.
Hey,
I know that was Adam pulling that string together, but you know what? It was God ultimately that's who made it happen. So.
Exactly. So we didn't talk about Pale Horse. We didn't talk about life, husband, father, more music, just things you're doing. I guess to wrap it up, besides thinking of now, because of course we're still in week 1 of album drop. What's next for Mesus? What can we expect from Mesus?
Solo album before the end of the year. That's about the best that I can give at this moment. I will definitely have a solo album, another one before the end of this year. Just not sure what that project's gonna necessarily entail. Like I said, I'm just kind of.
You got 3 months.
I'm just praying, and I'm just kind of like, all right, what's the next? But I mean, I really am, because Adam has been laser focused on this, and as a guy who's got fucking, again, 10 times, if not more than 10 times more on his plate constantly with everything he's got going on, for him to be, pretty motherfucking locked in on this project, I'm honoring that as well, you know what I mean? And saying, all right, man, like, there's part of me that's like, fucking, part of Adam's reasoning, obviously, for this album was wanting to help springboard, springboard me to get me, so there's part of me that I know, man, out of sight, out of mind. I know, like, cool, I'm getting a lot of attention right now. I'm getting a lot of extra, a lot of eyes and ears on me that I haven't had. But the reality is this internet shit, like, here today, gone today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I have to keep that in mind as well. Like, okay, bro, I literally gotta, like, I have to hit the ground running the second we stop. You know what I mean? Because if I give this shit a month or two to cool off, it'd be like I never even dropped the damn album.
Exactly.
Basically. I mean, making some new relationships and stuff like that. Cool. Yeah, that'll definitely be there, and I'm grateful. But it's like, you understand, like, this algorithm, because my algorithm is actually benefiting right now. You know what I'm saying? The machine behind it. Like, the relationships are a part that as long as, like you said, it's just building and whatever, but the algorithm is only gonna fucking honor about another week past me and
the
guys. So I really gotta, I don't know what, but I know I would say be looking for pretty much as soon as you see me and him stop dropping videos, which we still got a few more to go.
Judas.
Definitely. Huh?
I said Judas.
Oh yeah. Definitely be looking for my music to start just. But I gotta do it right, just like
one sizzles, and you gotta hit the ground running, like you said.
Just like me and him did this album, and I gotta kind of follow that format and make sure that I really roll out my project in a just a professional way, man. I gotta really do it the right way. So that's that board. Part of the reason it's blank is because I just haven't been home. But now that I'm home, I'm about to start scribbling, and I don't know what it's gonna end up saying. But hopefully, where we at? September 20th, I think. So
September 20th.
I'd say October 20th or something like that is probably about as far as this project's gonna end up running as far as videos. If it, I don't know. I'm just kind of giving it another. Maybe
October 20th, maybe even sooner.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Basically, like, by late October, I gotta start. I'm you know. But my album definitely something will drop before the end of this year. So
Y'all heard it here, y'all, for the end of the year.
yes,
Because people are
sir.
definitely getting hip to who you are. Because I was doing my review and a lot of people was like, "Yo, who the fuck is this on track with Adam?" I'm like, "This Mesus." They're like, "Who?" I'm like, "You heard me? It's Mesus." They're like, "Dog, I didn't even know Adam was dropping an album with anybody. I thought this was about to be a Adam thing. I thought dude was just like his friend." This end of it, I'm like, "Nah, this they project." And then it was cool to see people be like, "Bro, I have no idea who Mesus is, but just hearing that song, that motherfucker snapped." And I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. So if you want to hear Crackle and Pop, get your ass over to his channel.
appreciate it.
I gotta
Yeah,
do my job. I get to eat far as I get fed from music. As a music lover, it's just the best to just it's also stressful because it's like I got y'all's new video y'all dropped today. Then on top of that, Tom dropped new music video today.
yeah.
And then I gotta do my YouTube stuff, so I'm just like, y'all motherfuckers running me ragged, bro. I need some merch or some shit. I was playing. I'm just playing. I was
Hey,
playing.
the ones today are definitely there's some crazy shit. I would check it out. I'll just say that.
Yeah,
So
I'm
they're
definitely gonna get on
good
that
ones.
video. I'm about to record that reaction as soon as we in this. It never stops. Never stops. Chat, everybody. I'm pretty sure he can talk for himself, but we appreciate y'all for tuning in, getting to know who Mesus is, keeping it real with him, music, life, what's next. I don't know when it's next time you will see him. I'm pretty sure this ain't the last time me and the homie gonna have an interview. This is the homie. This ain't Mesus to me, to be honest. I'm gonna call him that because that's what I know him as. But in the back of
Yeah,
my head, I'm like, it's motherfucking Chuck, Charles.
Chuck.
So, so yeah. You
Hey,
got anything you want to say,
Chuck
man?
is an acronym, by the way. It stands for Charlie Hustle until I can't no more. No, as in knowledge. K, no more.
Damn. Well, there you guys go. whole name is an acronym too. That's dope.
Might be the name of my next album.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to say, man?
Nah,
Nah.
I'm gonna. I think I might go get another
Get
smoothie.
another smoothie. Yeah. Hey, look, brother. I appreciate you. But many of y'all don't know. Like, I ain't saying like in this way. Oh, here, but Mesus reached out. Like I did, because
Yeah.
in my head I was like, all right, I did Adam. And I was like, and somebody already said when I was doing Adam, they were like, get Mesus. And I'm a very if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of guy. So I'm like, I ain't never messaged nobody. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. In my head, I'm like, that's Mesus. You want me, little old Locked Wolf Reacts, to be like, hey man, you want to do this? So I've been to a I ain't no hate to them. Been to a couple artists where I've hit them up, and either I'm seen or it just goes in the pile of unseen. So I just was like, it's cool. So
Trust me,
then,
I'm sitting in plenty of unseens too, dog. Like it ain't, it's
but that's why, like I said, everything's lining up.
yeah,
You don't
yeah,
know how much you were assigned for me in my life and my career of doing this,
yeah,
because my wife, she handles, that's my wife for sure, she handles my Instagram and Twitter and stuff because she just knows how to do that social media. That's why I resonate with that. I kind of was like, babe, I don't know what to do. I'm putting, she's like, well, you're just putting clips. Like it's
yeah,
cool. Like, oh, you game, oh, you do music, but are you human? Like
yeah.
post you doing. So she had all that, and I remember I was just sitting here, and I thought something happened with the baby, babe, and I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, what? She's like, Mesus just hit you up on Instagram, and I'm like, I'm like, I'm like, what the fuck up? Like, she's like, you don't text back? I'm like, what do I say? What do I say? I don't know. Like, what
That's
do I
funny.
do? And of course, she's the grounded one. She's like, say what's up.
yeah,
How's it going?
yeah,
Love the
yeah.
album. And I'm like, oh,
Well, I
okay,
guess I could say
yeah, I
that.
guess,
But
I
yeah,
guess.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I was gonna. I mean, I
I'm
meant
like, I
besides
was, yeah. Besides that, what else? She's like,
that.
fan of your work. I'm like, okay. Got it. But nah, man, much love, man. I really appreciate you, man.
Big facts, bro. I had a great time, man, and that's cool, man. That's cool that you shared that. And you know what, man? You talked about that thing that's just in your head, like you had to say, like
Yeah.
And it's funny you mentioned starting this by kind of seeing No Life and a mentor, man. Maybe you should reach out to Buddy and just say, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. You might, you might be able to soak up some game for him, man, and he might be that dude that can kind of help. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but no, like, you never
Right.
know till you try,
Yeah,
man.
because I mean, he was my inspiration. You know, I
That's
saw.
what I'm saying. You might just holler at him and say, hey, man, like, I'm kind of looking for, whatever. Like, just that. When you said that, I was thinking him before because we had that conversation before you even mentioned him, and then you mentioned. I was like, yo, that's weird that you said him specifically because I was thinking him because he's kind of one of the top dogs in this
Yeah.
and has kind of spearheaded it in quite a in a way and so shit, I don't know, he's he seems like a pretty down to earth guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you might be able to you might be surprised, you might hit him up and maybe you hit him up now and he responds 2 years from now when it's time for him to actually give you never know, you know what I mean? Like that's
No, yeah, I
another thing
feel it.
I've
I feel
learned
it.
is, man, I don't take nothing as a rejection. It's just not the right time, man,
Delayed
and
does not mean denied.
yeah, amen. Yeah, it's a great way to put it. I never heard that, but yep, that's a great way to put it.
Yep.
Yep.
Said it a lot. Well, yeah, man. I
Well, shit,
appreciate you,
dog.
man.
It's been a
Go
blessing,
scribble on that
man.
board, man.
Huh?
Oh, I said, yeah, man. Get the scribble on that board.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I was messing
I
with
gotta
you.
unblank that. Look at. Hold on. You want to see something funny before we go? I had. I have. I have. This is June. So
Oh Lord,
this is the last time I filled it. See, look. I don't know.
do
Can you
your
see it?
best, and God will do the rest. Hey.
Here's a picture of me and Adam recording, working. This is me in my posture most days. I'm literally the definition of laid back. But it's funny because this was the last scheduled event. This is my wife's birthday in June, so I don't have June wrote there, but that's the last time it's calendar. We
Right.
went through all of June, July, and August. That's how long I've been gone. That's the last time. I haven't updated July or August, and we're almost out of September, man. It's time to put some work in on this board,
Yep.
man. Get this next album ready.
Hey, brother, we sitting here waiting on it, man.
Well, shit. I think I might take a nap.
Yeah. I think I might go eat some lunch or something.
I got that old man. I might take like a 20-minute cat nap before I get working on some other shit. But yeah,
Cat nap
man.
and get a smoothie.
Yeah, well, it's either that or smooth. Those will become my energy drinks, but at least it's like more natural energy. It's
Right.
actually,
Yeah.
halfway decent shit.
Right.
But all right, fam. Well, shit,
right,
man.
fam.
Enjoy it. Tell everybody in the chat, man. I can't see your comments, but I appreciate you and I love you as well, man. Josh, I know you're in there. At least I think you're still in there. And yeah, man. Much love. Much love.
Much love, man. Y'all have a good one, man. You have a good one.
All right, brother.
All right, brother. I see you.
Peace.
Peace out. Y'all, that was Mesus, man. Big W. Big W. I appreciate every single last one of you guys for tuning in. 3 hours of just keeping it real with Mesus. Man, definitely amazing dude. Definitely highly anointed. He trying to figure out how to get out. He definitely highly anointed, highly gifted. Thank you, Weeds. Thank you. Highly gifted, highly anointed, and he's going to continue to go far. He's going to continue to go far. Make sure you guys pick up Pale Horse album out now. iTunes, Amazon. If you can't pay for it, stream it on Spotify, watch it on YouTube. All the support helps. They're independent. So let's get Adam and Mesus up there. They battling against LL Cool J and Eminem. Give me a few minutes, y'all. Give me a few minutes, and then I'm going to start the live reactions. We still got to end the live reactions at 8, but we're about to get in a few of these reactions and everything. So I will see you guys in a few. Love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see y'all in a few. Your boy's out. Oh, they hit number 1 last night. Let's go. go. Knocked out Eminem and LL. See, I think that's the first time I'll ever say somebody knocking out Eminem and LL. Let's go. What up, Truth? Hey, also, again, congrats to my homie Truth for hitting that 100K sub mark. That plaque about to look sexy, baby. But most importantly, the work, the blood, sweat, tears, the grind you put in, bro, much deserved, man. Much deserved. We almost at that 50K too, y'all. We almost at that 50K. No problem, bro. No problem. Hey, y'all, I'm about to catch y'all in like 20 minutes on the next reactions. It's already, my live reaction is already up, so I'll catch y'all in like 20 minutes on there. I'll catch y'all.